Video games. Woohoo.
Video games. So, unfortunately, as some may remember, last time the power went out while we were in the middle of accomplishing things.
Oh, now I do remember this.
I don't think I never explained why any of that happened. I think I just realized, or I realized earlier, not just realized. I realized this a while ago.
You just realized that you realized it.
I just realized that I realized this a while ago.
Well, tell us about it. What happened?
So what happened? So we've been doing some work in the garage.
What kind of work? Work like a job, working out, getting swole? What kind of work?
Building work, because the floors in the garage have sunken down so that they're uneven. It's like the entire thing is like on a slope. It's very annoying for placing things and also standing in there without feeling like you're Michael Jackson, fucking just like, you know, leaning forward at all times. Yeah, so we've been working on moving stuff out of there, and we're also going to, you know, finish it again, because we kind of unfinished it during this process. So the walls have all been taken down because we're going to insulate them, because they weren't insulated before. Nice. And during this process, one of the power outlets was struck by an object, an unspecified object. This was very unfortunate, and it sparked. Now, something interesting about the way my house is wired is that it is bad.
Ooh.
Because my room, the room next to me, and the room behind me, and the garage are all on the exact same breaker. So if any one of these rooms is pulling too much power, they will all fucking just go down.
Yeah, my house is the same thing. My house is also over 100 years old. And so anything that's like electricity was added around the time electricity was actually first discovered. So basically I have we have two like power boxes, I guess. What do you call them? Surge protector things. One of them is this old thing where you like actually put things in the wall like it's a game. Like you put it's almost like these glass like buttons in a way where you just have to put them in these sockets, and you can increase or decrease the amount of like voltage and amplitude and whatnot that can go to that area, and that can be sustained there. But it also, you know, it has to run through other places, so it's like you can do math puzzles to optimize how your house works. However, if there is a power out, you know, if there's like a surge in that upper box where all that's going on, it will just shoot out the glass thingamabobber from that thing, so that electricity cannot get through. That's its solution. And then you have to go you'll just hear pop! You know, the power glove. I can't make the noise, but it's very loud and scares the shit out of you when it happens, because you don't expect it, and it doesn't happen often, so you never get used to it. It's happened like 3 or 4 times in my life, and each time someone might have been shot. You know, it was that possibility was on the table until we opened up the box. You're like, that's what's happening. Except for we did know the power was off, so there was a good likelihood, unless someone decided to shoot our power. That was also a possibility. But we have all these old things, and it's not a great system. I think we still probably have like copper wiring, you know, things like that aren't necessarily safe. I'm sure my house has plenty of like asbestos. I know for a fact that most of the, if not all of the walls internally now, have lead paint. We got rid of the external lead paint a few years ago, but all the walls inside the house, for the most part, do still have lead paint and all those like dangerous things.
Of course.
But it's a nice house. I enjoy it. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because this outlet was struck, every time that the power would turn on, it would begin sparking, and then the power would trip. So what we did to mitigate this problem was we completely removed it. I just just ripped it out of the wall. I mean, it
was the job.
It was not attached to the wall to begin with. It was just sort of free hanging or free floating. It was just there.
It was just hovering in the middle of the room.
It was just mysteriously floating, like 10 feet above the ground. It was very, very unsettling. I thought it was a poltergeist at first. Then I realized, oh wait, that's just how electricity works.
Just electricity, just electromagnetism.
Yeah, that's just electromagnetism at work. Just nature at its finest.
If you hold a magnet close to it, it turns off the power in your room. If you hold it to the left of it, it turns off the power to the room left of yours. So you can do funny pranks.
Yeah, so
These are lies.
So after doing that, we've just been trying to figure out how we can run power from the power distro all the way to the other side of the house where the garage is.
What is immortality? What is immortality?
I don't know. What is immortality?
This is a very good question.
I like that cloud.
I always wondered how immortality and whatnot, like being unable to die, works. Because you'd have old legends of oh, there's a god and he can't die no matter what you do. I was always like, if you cut his head off, is just the head thing that's alive now?
Have you ever
the
seen
rest
a
of the body
lobster?
still alive? I've seen a lobster.
It's like that.
It was in a tank and it had little things on its claws so it couldn't pinch.
Well, lobsters can't die of,
They don't. They can't die of age.
Yeah, they can't die of age. They just don't.
They are technically immortal.
I would
but
say
they still die. But I mean, undying. If you cut off the head of something undying, does the body still live and the head? This is one of those things as an 8-year-old that really shook me to my core and kept me awake at night. I just could never figure it out. It's something that's always puzzled me and really just I gotta know.
Oh god, there's multiple types. I didn't want to learn things. Another bottle.
I have no idea. It's a very good question. I mean, lobsters are, I guess, ageless immortality. I mean, they technically age to a degree where they go from small to lobster size.
I mean, that's more maturity than aging.
It happens.
That's less intrinsically tied to how long it's been alive and more just to its natural growth cycle.
How do you know? What if there is a lobster that does grow with age and is the size of Godzilla at the bottom of the ocean? I would love that to be true.
That sounds amazing.
It'd be awesome.
I want that.
Definitely.
I want this to exist now. I'm gonna do that at some point. I'm going to make it real.
It's a good idea. We should. Why haven't people done that before? Why haven't people made
why hasn't anyone done that?
Why hasn't anyone made a giant lobster that's immortal, Godzilla-like? It's a good idea.
Is there a lobster kaiju?
I have no. The only ones I know are King Ghidorah, the Muck Monster, the turtle who spins around and shoots fire, Mecha Godzilla, the classics.
Rodon.
There's a Godzilla that looks like Godzilla but isn't Godzilla and has red on it. I know that's a thing.
Mothra,
Oh, Mothra, Batra, all the classics. I love them. I do like Godzilla actually. I used to love those films when I was a kid.
I forget Godzilla Jr.
I did forget Godzilla Jr. What the fuck?
It's Godzilla Jr., dude. He's his son.
What? Was that a cartoon TV show from the 90s?
No.
Where he had a skateboard?
It was just one or two, or three. I don't remember how many, but there's a few Godzilla films that are just about Godzilla's son, who's Godzilla Jr.
Did he have a skateboard?
No, he does the exact same thing Godzilla does. Drop kicking kaiju. Just like Godzilla does.
Yeah. His name is Ebirah from the 1966 movie Ebirah, Horror of the Deep. Cool, there's a lobster. Nice. There were a lot of Godzilla movies, in fairness. And I know I'm definitely forgetting a lot of Godzilla things I've actually seen and should know. Godzilla's cool.
I should watch all the Godzilla films. I just haven't.
That's not an easy task to do.
No.
There's so many. There's also spin-offs that aren't about Godzilla, but are about.
I need to at least watch the original film.
I have done that. Oh wait.
Like I feel bad to this day that I haven't actually sat down and watched the original film. Like I've only seen like other iterations.
There's also a couple of new
Shin
Godzilla that came out.
Because Shin Godzilla is amazing.
Was that the one that we saw together?
That was the one that we watched together. Yes.
That was a great movie. That one was fantastic.
Amazing,
I love that movie.
Fantastic movie.
Even if you
think you wouldn't like a Godzilla film, like this film is perfect. Go watch
it. You do not have time to breathe during the movie. It is you're constantly like there's stuff going on.
Stuff is happening at all times, and not all of it is Godzilla. There's like 10 minutes of Godzilla in the film. But
it's
everything that's but there's stuff happening at all times, and it's all amazing.
It's a good movie. I would highly recommend
Godzilla. It's probably like around 20, 25. I don't know. I need to actually look at the ratio. Godzilla to other things happening in that movie because there's so much happening.
Yeah, there were also some bad Godzilla movies recently. Like I think it was one that came out in like 2008, and the main character was not Godzilla in that one. It was just it was about like this love story between this, some guy who's like, I'm a reporter, oh boy. And then for his like love interest that worked at a hospital, because that's what they tend to do in movies when they don't have anything else for a love interest to do. They're like, oh, she works in a hospital. I don't know why. There's something about it.
Bitch just trapped me.
It was very funny. Also, she should respect you. You are like the prince. You're Prince Next, let's be honest.
I am Prince Next.
She should know. She should have a bit of a
She should know what comes next.
You know what's coming next. The prince.
Yes.
Say, Prince Next, are you still popular with the girls? I've heard you're living a more serious lifestyle these days. He's not popular with boys. He doesn't fit in.
Of any of these areas. Why am I getting stuck on so much shit in these houses?
Genuinely, I couldn't answer that question if I wanted to. I heard that Prince Next is deeply into Moo training. What happened?
I don't know what Moo training is.
I don't know
trust if I like that.
I wouldn't either, in fairness. Ooh, what's this?
Oh, let's at least see.
I don't trust that either, I guess. Okay. Not even gonna read the sign. Who are you talking to?
Hold on. Wait, I can check.
You can.
I can just check it.
Strange as this may sound, there are statues of rabbits blocking your way.
Oh.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not too strange for him. This is the place where he lives, and there's not much else to see around here. Sure, most people are pretty used to rabbit statues blocking their path.
Can you know the true meaning of Moo?
Wait, you mean like the ancient continent of Moo?
Moo is Moo?
Moo's Moo?
Are we floating in the sky?
You have nice eyes. You must be Prince Next. Long ago, I completed Moo training. I want to show you a higher level of intelligence. However, I'm still realizing and learning this high level. I'll see you again so long.
Whoa!
He is my hero. I desire to be like him, I'll be honest. I like that guy.
That goes down in the cloud.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
we're next in line.
We're next in line.
For the king.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe this is floating though, yeah. I think those are clouds.
Yeah, those are clouds in there. Because like this is definitely like above, like not attached to the ground other than from here. But, like, does this go all the way to the ground? No, it doesn't. No, there's a cutoff there. After the cloud. Alright, so this is just floating.
Yeah. Well, the continent of Mu, if we want to get into it, it's a lost continent. I believe that was the one that connected, like, the Indian subcontinent, Africa, and Australia back in earlier times. Ah, Prince Next, I am the messenger from your master. He sent me to tell you that you must stop your meditation immediately. Prince Next, you must come back with me instead of staying in a place such as this. Your master wishes it. Please rise, Prince. Your Highness, you must go. Give the trial now. Believe what I say. It is the truth. As you've probably heard of like Atlantis, which is another like lost continent in the vein of Mu. I think there's another. What's the other one?
What the fuck?
You should have taken that advice and stopped meditating. That you should have stopped. Prince next. I am the spirit of your ancient lineage. Come to complete your trial. I'm going to break your legs. Ooh, you will lose use of them. Do you accept this?
Yeah.
I'm a ghost. So, Prince next, you cannot walk as your legs are broken. Ooh, next I will tear your arms off. Shall I take your arms and feed them to the crows? Taking your arms, do you accept this? You've made a dire mistake. Ah, Prince next. Without legs and arms, you can only lie there. Now I'll cut all your ears off. You do not mind me taking your ears away, do you? Do you accept this? So, Prince next. No legs, no arms, no sound. By floating words through the air, I must ask you, do you care if I take your eyes? Do you want to live in eternal darkness? I shall steal your sight. Do you accept this? I think you were supposed to say no at some point. So, Prince next, now I can only communicate directly with your mind. Your mind is all you have left. In the end, I will take your mind. Though you probably don't want to allow that, do you? So, you can't answer. You can't even move. So you can't answer. You can't even move. Are you sad? Are you lonely? If you lose your mind, you gonna lose any feelings of sadness? Huh? Do you accept this, punk? Huh? I will take your mind, Prince. Next, I know that I will possess you. How's that, bitch? Prince next, you have now completed the training. The old master must be so pleased to hurry now. And please to the palace. Return. So yeah, I think you probably should have said no.
No, I'm good. Oh, I got this.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's good. This is some good
training went well.
Yeah. I think I passed with flying colors.
Mm-hmm. We learned something about ourselves and others. And ghosts.
Ghosts.
Spooky diddly. Now let's talk to frickin' the king. I don't know. I don't remember what his name was. I'm proud you've completed your mood training. There is nothing more to teach you from the holy writings. Ha-ha! Prince next, I shall relay a message to you from eternity. The evil entity that controls all wickedness is preparing for the greatest struggle of all time. The only one who can challenge the entity are 3 boys and 1 girl. One named M is the leader of the 4. One of the boys is you, Prince next. I can't do the voice. Now that you've completed your training, search out him at once. For all beings, for the earth herself. I pray for growth in the might of the 4. Oh boy. Oh sweet, we're now level 16. Pretty
nice. Cool. Shield B, let's go. Teleport A, nice.
Yeah. Nice, alright.
Teleport B.
Alright. Yeah, by the way, him leveling up to level 17 is actually a reference to King Louis XVII of France.
Ah, of course. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh. My name is next. I am the one who will fight beside you. I am the servant of him. I will obey him. Him, my life is in your hands. Go on, you know what you gotta do. Spin in a circle. Oh, you can't spin a circle. Spin in a circle. We have 5 party members.
Let's go.
But does that mean we can't defeat Gigas if we have a bear? Because then there's 5. Gigas if we have bear. Does that we have more than 2, 3 boys and girl?
Is the teddy bear legally a person?
They don't answer that question. There's no legal precedent set.
So I think we're still good.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
What do you think? What you think about it?
I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Like we're gonna.
Where are we gonna go?
Be giga.
Where do you think we're good to go to?
I don't know.
We're gonna go fight Regigigas?
Yeah.
I could no longer make magic cakes, but it doesn't matter because now I'm selling magic tarts, which taste even better than magic cakes. I only have this. You remind me how much I love this job. That was a great experience. I'm glad we did that.
I'm really glad we did
lady. This is a good thing. It's a minor bird. Are you from Eagle Land? If you like adventure, this isn't your kind of place. You should travel across the sea from Scaraba to from Toto to Portstown. What? I missed something there.
Maybe.
Toto, is that like, wait. Toto, is Toto or Toto? Which is the actual thing from Wicked of the West? I think it's Toto, not Toto. Is it T-O-D-O or T-O-T-O?
I don't actually know.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Because English is dumb and people pronounce T's as D's half the time when they're in the middle of the word.
It's a thing. It's a language. Thank you. You made my wife wake up. She quit talking about all that serious crap. Yeah, let's work hard. If you're courageous, get on a boat. You'll probably see the cracking experience getting seasick. After all, it could only cost you your life, and you've got that for free. Luck will determine the outcome of this voyage. So, do you want to sail to the seas of Scaraba? $20 per person is fine with me. Yes, ready. We're reckless, baby. Bon voyage.
Bon voyage indeed.
Let's go. Thrilling. Oh, we're actually going.
I was worried that he just lured all these children onto a boat and then didn't leave port.
Very close to shore.
Now we're going off of port, so further away from the rest of civilization.
Yeah. Now we have less to worry about.
Yes.
Our lives were free after all. Hey, he's gonna crash into the island! Oh! He missed it. Okay, we're good.
He missed.
That was close.
Close.
He sailed right through that channel.
No!
Oh no! This man's reckless. I don't trust him. Get off the boat.
Wait.
I need to stop the boat. It's been a long time since I was out of the open sea, so I feel seasick. Oh man, what am I gonna do? A sailor gets seasick. I bet I need a sea doctor. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking around. You guys must be quite the adventurers. Aren't there times when you like to go back home? See, that's mama's boy? Well, it wouldn't hurt to go back and visit once in a while. Ha ha ha. I'm feeling much better now. Anchor's away.
He stopped the boat in the middle of the ocean because he was seasick?
Yeah, he was seasick. I bet he needs a sea doctor.
Of course.
It's a very funny joke.
Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Hilarious.
It was. It made me laugh.
Absolutely hilarious. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Are we in Scaraba yet? Why is it dark? Who turned off the bright? Ah! Ha ha! Here it comes! No, it's not good.
Kraken blocked the way.
A Karen blocked the way.
Oh no.
Let me see your manager. What are you ever going to do? Oh, we actually have Next, so we get to see what Next can freaking do. You can punch, I think. Use spells. It's cool. Let's do it.
Mirror? What?
Mirror.
Let's see what it does.
Okay. I assume if it attacks him, maybe he just reflects it back at him. I don't know. It tried to flash, but it did not work on him.
Oh no. No!
Oh no! He's a super flash bear? What happened? They say Next was a super flash bear? That's what I heard, and that's what I read, sorry. And I don't think I read it correctly. I don't think I know what it even could potentially be. I have no idea. I don't have a clue. What you got? I don't remember what half those things do.
Me neither. Wait, what? Why is Next?
He's usually a bit unusual.
Why couldn't I do Next turn?
What?
No!
Sam is acting a bit unusual.
Ah,
no, it's not good at all. Back in a minute, pale green light. Next return to his original form. What? Ah, he's dead. Oh no. Oh, it's red.
Well, that's not fun.
That's worse. Things have gotten very bad. Very fast. No. Because someone's probably just gonna stab him in the kidney again. Let them sort this out on their own. If we die, we just fight him again.
You're right.
Yeah, and hope for better luck. Oh, sorry. I just remembered. The reason I brought up Toto was because I was wondering if perhaps we're now actually going to go to America and go to Kansas. Yeah. No, it wouldn't be Kansas because they're not in Kansas anymore. They're somewhere else. Shit.
No!
That ruins everything. Sam is acting a bit unusual.
Well, Herty just fucking killed Sam.
And then Sam in his dying breath killed Next. Next survived! Next is dead. No, they're attacking the bear! God damn it. That went horribly.
Everyone killed each other.
Yeah, there's some kind of status effect or something. I don't know.
He fucking made us go all Lord of the Flies on each other.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I think maybe you should put the Franklin badge on Herty.
You think so?
Well, him was the one that never got hit with that, I think. With the goobly. It was always like, didn't affect them. I assume maybe it's because the Franklin badge reflected it. And Herty, I think, is probably the most danger to anyone else, to everyone else, in those certain scenarios and situations. So if with any luck, that will, just maybe she won't get freaking evil eyes and kill her friends.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. That's just my best assumption. It may also just have been chance. Yeah, that didn't go well.
No,
that went bad.
Not at all. No,
you saw a funny freaking Seaman and then he freaking stabbed.
I also just realized.
Oh. Well, that's cool. He doesn't have things.
Yeah, that's real cool.
He doesn't have anything in his inventory to put on himself.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
I don't think anyone else has anything in their inventory to give to him either. That's besides the point. Oh, good thing we have lots of money.
Yeah.
Money and tons of it.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't think this area has a shop. Are you looking for the hotel? Or not the hotel?
No, I was looking for the hospital. I just realized I could fucking check the map.
They both start with an H.
On the other side of town.
They both start with an H. I got confused. I will admit.
Okay, yeah, I know he only gets. Yeah, I know. It's like a rare drop. The only weapon he can ever get is like a rare drop from a rare enemy in like one location towards the end of the game.
Cool. Neato.
Yeah,
I hope we get it. Probably won't. Sounds unlikely. Ah. People charge a fortune. Sword of Kings?
Well, of course, because he's a prince, then he becomes a king by getting a Sword of Kings.
Oh, that's how it happens. That makes sense for how government should work. For how frickin' the ruler of a nation should be chosen. The fact they can frickin' pull a sword out of a rock or stone. It's a good way to decide who gets to be frickin' government. Fuck you, England. It's not a good way. Democracy. Take that. Told them, you know. Am I right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you be right?
I am definitely right. I'll tell you that much for free.
100%.
Unlike that man over there holding up a side for hints, he won't tell you nothing for free. Look out! You confront the crazy side of the frickin' cohort.
Fuck.
Now we gotta go sleep. Man, what a day. Also, I feel like we don't really have much of a chance against the Kraken in any case. What else is there to do?
I can hit him real hard.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly the correct answer to the question. I was saying things other than fight the Kraken.
He gets healed less from Western food? What? What kind of madman codes that into his game?
I don't really know the answer to that question. I could Google it, but I won't. Oh yeah, I completely spaced also on a much earlier thing, because I got interrupted by some freaking person coming and talking in game. There's like, you know, all this stuff that exists in many, like, you know, sort of, especially New Age religions, but is based off old things. What is it? What's like spirit science and whatnot will have like Mu and Atlantis and all these things as important. Like, this is stuff that happened and it was real. For if you know, the crystals and all that type of New Age whatnot, usually this comes part and parcel. The concepts of like, there's at least one more lost continent that went to war with Atlantis and is the reason Atlantis sunk. I cannot remember what that was. There was at least one other. I'm gonna definitely Google that. I'm embarrassed I don't remember. Continents. Lost continents. What do we got? Lemuria, that's what it is, yeah.
Oh.
The continent of Lemuria. It went to war with freaking Atlantis, and they used all these giant super weapons against each other, and then their continents were freaking sunk because they freaking blew them up or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that happened in the, you know, the history of the world or something. All crazy stuff. Pete, you know what? People are goddamn ridiculous. The fact that people actually come up with like crazy things like this, I will say, you know, there's, you know, ancient religions and all that stuff.
There's two beds and 4 of us and 1 bear.
There's at least 2 chairs as well, so I don't see what the issue is.
You're right.
Yeah, that's right. But there's all, you know, to all the ancient religions that, you know, existed for a long time, like, okay, you know, sure. I won't just like dishand you, just, you know, whatnot, but all like the new age modern religions, I mean, most of them for the most part are not actually religions. It's just like life advice, like, oh, live like this, thing.
Or yeah, just life.
It's just a lifestyle more than a religion. But the ones that are actually like it's a religion where it's like there's stories and like, oh, and then the like Mormonism where the guy's like, And then the angel came down to John Smith and gave him the golden plates of Mormonism. And then the Noah's Ark crashed and smacked into the earth and created the Grand Canyon. It's like, what are you doing, guy? Come on. And then he's like, and then what you have to do is when you die, you give all your money to me to get into heaven more. The more money, the more you get into heaven. Give it to me. It's mine. It's just like, come on, dude. Come on. Greedy ghost. But like, yeah, there's so many like crazy things. I think spirit science of like crystals and all that whatnot is probably it's so ridiculous with like the kundalini and whatnot, like the chakra points. It's the you freaking like key. I don't know. They use a lot of like Eastern concepts and just sort of. I'm not dismissing chakra or kundalinis or whatnot. Just like the way that they sort of just take the name and sort of like run with it. And it's not actually what it is, but they just take Eastern things and sort of like have them, you try and like cram them in there. They have all these, it's such weird concepts like, oh yeah, the crown chakra, and then freaking like the general chakra, whatever it is. Those are like the two most powerful ones. It's so freaking stupid. It's so, but the other thing is, it's so intricate. Like someone went through all that time to create this backstory of like, oh yeah, and then there was Thoth, the Egyptian god, and then he gave them the power, and then there's the Love battleship, which is in Egypt, and then the woman from South America, she went to the Love battleship, and it's the size of 3 molecules, but also as big as like is big. It's 3 miles, like 50 miles wide, but it's the size of only 3 molecules, 3 atoms. She prevented the World War III in 1980. It's just like, I love it. I respect it that you put so much like nonsense. Like you were able to come up with so much crazy stuff and make something somewhat coherent about it. All respect. I wish I could do that and had the like resolve that you did to just focus on this one ridiculous thing for so long. Like, it's just, I don't know how people actually like buy into it. I mean, I'm glad I do. Like when I was working at my previous job, a man just came up to me and he was like, "Hey, you're cool. Yeah, you know about like gems and whatnot?" I was like, I mean, I guess. He's like, "You think you could trap static electricity in a gem?" I'm like, theoretically, no. It might be able to pass through it because of the structures, sort of the holds open at points, so it could theoretically could get through, but probably wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to capture it at it. And then he was like, "You want a piece of amethyst?" And I was like, "Yes." He gave me a piece of amethyst.
I love that you're just like, yes.
I wanted a piece of amethyst. I love rocks.
I just love just how in character that is.
I wanted that freaking amethyst. Normally someone's like, "Hey, you want a cigarette?" That's what you expect. I'd say no. You want an amethyst? I want an amethyst. Hell yeah. Absolutely. It was awesome. I love it. I love that guy. He's great. I want more amethyst. But, I'm just like, there's also like another one that's interesting.
Not the time. He's standing on a boat.
Rastafarianism?
Yes.
It's like it's a religion that like it's like from Jamaica, I think, and stuff like that. It's a Christian religion. Do you know what it's based around?
What?
This is gonna blow your mind. It's not gonna blow your mind because you actually don't have the context, I guess. Freaking in Ethiopia, there was a king called Haile Selassie. He ruled for a good while, and he was very, very famous.
Of course.
He was Time Magazine's Man of the Year at some point.
Of course, I remember reading that magazine on the day it came out.
He was a good man, I think, but he was well respected. And
one of my favorite people that exists. I'm a big fan of his.
In Ethiopia, they do a thing where, actually, I mean, they do in a lot of places. Like in England, it's like the king's name is like Glorgan Fligenflurm, and they're like, when he becomes king, it's like, oh, King Henry, yeah, King John. They just sort of change it to something else. They do that in Ethiopia as well, where it's like they use a language called like Ge'ez, like G-E, like apostrophe E-Z, instead of Amharic, which is the normal, I guess, majority language of Ethiopia. They use that old language for the names, and so his real name's not House Last. That's the one he chose as a king. His real name is like Tafari something or other, and Ross is like a position. It's a title. It's like Prince, I think. And so Ross Tafari was, what people called him, Rastafarianism. They believed that he was the second, or is he the third? No, he's the second coming of Christ. That he was going to, I believe, bring upon the rapture or something like that. He was the second coming of Christ. All this earth was, I believe, where Rastafarianism came from. For whatever reason, the king of Ethiopia, people in Jamaica were so thought he was the guy. Don't know how that happened.
Interesting. I
don't know why Rastafarianism didn't happen in Ethiopia, but it's just strange. Just it's weird just how all these like thingamabobs just like correlate and connect. It's fun though. I do enjoy like religions and all those like thoughts and the effort people put in. But this is also like, you also gotta be careful because there's very cruel religions like Scientology, which is just like, it just hurts people. Like the main thing called auditing is where you like just sort of talk and you like go back into your mind and like you're like, then this happened and then that, and you just sort of like forced to keep like going back, has actually caused people to have mental breakdowns and stuff like that. It was supposed to be therapy and stuff, but it's somewhat dangerous, and breaks people down and causes them to have panic attacks, stuff like that. It's cool. But also the religion is just sort of like a scheme, and they tried to like hack the government at one point. They tried to do stuff like that. They got caught. I don't know how the fuck they're still a religion, and how they still have their statuses. When they tried to freaking hack government servers, but it's a very wild and interesting story. If you do want to get into Scientology, I suggest don't. It's just the core idea is like you pay money to make progress, and then to become stronger, then you have to pay money to go to another level, but that undoes everything you just did, and then you have to do it again, and then you get to the next level, you have to go back to like zero. It's like prestiging. Or like when you get to like legendary stat, you have to, when you get to level 100 and something, you press X, you go to legendary, then you go back to 0, you get a little cool check mark. You have to do that just like millions of times. It's bad. I don't know. I don't like those things. It's bad. I'll say that. Also, it is just one of those things I've always found strange. How, Christianity especially just has this weird thing where it's just like, it tends to fractal off constantly and just form like groups who just split off and have their own ideas and their own like books and their own like tenets that sort of like, we do this a bit differently, we do that differently, we worship like this, we have these they have all these different things here and there that set them apart from other groups, and they have their own names. I just always wonder how that stuff gets started and how you join that, because it's like this. The whole idea is like the book was written, it's by the Holy Ghost, so it can't be false. So how do you then write the book again? Like, how do you actually start it? It's like, well, this one was already written by the Holy Ghost. That one's now written. What's this? So it's like, yeah, freaking, I wanted to get divorced from my wife, so I'm gonna start Anglicanism. It's like, how do you actually join that religion? Does that like, I mean, you can still definitely believe in the same God, I guess, but it's like, dude, the God probably wanted you to freaking do the other thing. Technically, it's such a weird thing where I'm like, I don't know how people like rationalize and are able to sort of like break off. Like, if you're born into it, it's different. But then like deciding to like go from like a traditional thing that's like is what's been going on for years, and then like break off. Like, we're gonna do this differently. We're gonna have Protestantism. We're gonna do this. It's like, isn't that sort of going against God though? Like the will of God to like rewrite the religion, like how you're gonna do things. It's something so like strange. I'm like, I wonder how this was like, you know, rationalized and how it happens, because it's something that happens constantly. You know, people like, you know, people starting cults and things like that. I'm just like, how do people like actually get into that? It's such a weird thing. I've always wondered like how like religions, like branch religions start, and actually like, you know, go. It's like, oh, it's such a. Do you know what I'm saying? I should say. Am I just sounded like am I? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think I get what you're saying. I'm just too focused to expound on it. You think I should use the cup noodles now? I feel like we're doing much better than last time.
Okay.
I don't know.
If you want to.
I'll see how this next round goes.
Do you give things to next?
Next. I was looking through the equipment things. None of them improved his defense, apparently, because none of them were flashing. So I was like, oh, I guess I won't get anything.
Okay, fair enough.
So I didn't.
Make a save state is probably a great idea.
Right now?
No. It's probably said a little bit earlier by the chat.
Probably.
And it probably was the best idea I've heard all day.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just gonna save this one until...
Oh boy. Look at that number.
Alright. Oh wait, no. I want the shield.
Crash and boom, bang attack.
That's not good. Oh.
Didn't hit anyone.
It's a good thing we have 2 teddy bears.
Yeah. It's a lot of teddy bears.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I should also just remind, I do not wish to offend anyone who is religious. Of course, you know, it's not like not much people are really watching. Like, no, I don't mean to offend anyone. That's never what I, mean to do. I always just wonder about these things. Like, I don't mean to, like, sort of poke holes and try and, like, prod. I'm just curious about how that actually happens.
See, the way I think about it is like people wrote those books in the first place, so it makes sense that they would just write new books depending on like their feelings at the moment.
Believe the book was written, was guided by the Holy Ghost and is true. Like you don't just believe like, oh yeah, just the person wrote it. Whatever. If you really believe in the religion, you're like, no, it's true, and there is this and that, and then how do you then be like, well, it's different. I guess it's different now. Like, how do you like? I don't know. I don't know how people like sort of like. Well, I guess now we're freaking Baptists. Like, I just always wonder how those things form. Because I mean, there's like this for mostly just for like the actual like religion type ones, not the lifestyle ones, like a universal, like was it Unitarian Universalists or things like that, or like Buddhism for the most part, where it's sort of like lifestyle more than religion. There's still some religion aspects to it, of course, but it's always like, oh yeah, I'm a Christian Buddhist. There's always people who do stuff like that because they see it more as like just a guide as opposed to religion, just being a good person.
Nice, let's go.
Wow, that worked.
All right.
Good job. Well, him and Sam gained that XP. Too bad for her.
Yeah.
The next.
Rip next. Not getting any XP from that.
Would have been
nice.
Could have benefited, but
would have been beneficial. Oh well.
Would have benefited him indeed.
He's fucking
dead.
Dead. Oh man, I thought you guys were just everyday little kids. We defended the Kraken. Defeated the Kraken. I also helped in the battle. I threw my slippers at the beast. Maybe you didn't notice.
I hope he got his slippers back, but probably not.
I hope not. Fuck this guy. I hate him.
What is your problem? You're so mean.
He's so incompetent.
He did nothing wrong. Threw slippers at it. What else was he gonna do? Throw the ship at it? No, you need the ship to sail on the sea. You can't just do that.
Just ram it. Just ram right into it.
No. It's not a ram. It's a ship.
It's a sham.
No, it isn't. It's a ship. It's different. Now I gotta go find where
the fuck?
Put our friends back to life.
There we go.
Hospital. All right. I think it was leftwards.
It was leftwards, but I saw there was a shop, and I probably need money. Is this it?
That makes sense to me. What do you want to see?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of money. Oh boy. Oh no.
I just love this death system. Like, it's so fun and interactive and interesting. It just makes the whole experience so much better. There's no ATM.
You're a sour puss. It's fine. Friends are dead. Well, they're unconscious technically. Wow, he has a wet towel. That's cool. Why would you sell a wet towel? What kind of business is this guy running?
You know.
Go on.
A business.
No. I'm doing this as a hobby. Isn't it cool? I recently made a friend. He used to be a dungeon maker. And now he's a dungeon man. Would you like to meet him? Say no. Alrighty then. I'll give you the key so you can enter him. Oh no. I don't have it. I must have lost it somewhere. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. I don't worry about things.
You know what I just remembered? These freaking contact lenses that we found in the desert.
Yeah?
We still don't know what to do with.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Should get them out of our inventory at some point. Figure out what the fuck they're supposed to do.
It's a good idea.
We're supposed to give them to so that they're gone.
That'd be a good... that'd be a good investment. If only.
Oh, if only. Ah, there we go.
Oh, finally.
Finally, some
I was gonna suggest maybe we should just, like...
modern technology.
Try and teleport out of this place and go to a different area.
I was thinking. I just wanted to exhaust all my options.
It's 200 per person, so...
I was just expecting to spend money here anyway, so...
It is expensive. That's a good idea. Deep philosophical conversation about religion.
That is what just happened, I guess.
It did happen.
It wasn't that deep.
It wasn't a conversation.
It wasn't a conversation.
It wasn't a conversation. It was a monologue. You were too busy fighting Krakens or something. There's a guy in the
Forsyth Bakery for armor. We're going to Forsyth.
Cool. They have a bakery in Forsyth?
Apparently. That's where we're going.
I don't remember that at all.
Me neither.
It's news to me.
Oh my god. I swear, every time the menus go back to normal, it feels like like, you know, when you're like wearing like red glasses or something for a while, and then you take them off, and then everything just looks green. Like that's what it feels like. It's like, oh my god, I can suddenly see all the colors. It's not just red anymore.
I understand what you mean to a degree. Where if you go outside and it's bright and sunshine, you go inside, it looks dark and green.
Yeah, like that's sort
of.
And
if the lights aren't on as too bright, it looks like dark
how do we
and
even
green.
Teleport here? So it's like no fucking open spaces.
I don't have the answers.
Like what the what?
What? Who are you talking to? Pokey stink still hangs in the air.
Of course, yeah, and it's apparently fucking a solid object. That's real cool.
Can you check it? Oh, that's what that was. Okay, I have no idea.
Oh wait, he has teleport B. Oh, that's so much better. We can run in circles now. What?
Yeah, you still can't hit anything. Okay, for the tree. Let's go. Ooh, I'm getting nervous. Aha, we did it. Nice. I was getting nervous about that tree.
Whoosh.
So now we have to find a bakery?
Ah!
That was scary. Oh, he has heat syncope. Much better.
Here's the bakery.
Food, perhaps?
I don't think it was food. I think it was a different thing.
All right.
I feel like I remember it being on the south side of town. Actually, maybe we should check food. That might actually.
I feel like we didn't go to that corner too much anyway, so maybe it was. Got the funny butterfly.
Got the funny butterfly. Funny butterfly.
The funny butterfly.
It's so funny. Come back.
Oh, he's got the best jokes around. He's got the knock-knocks and the yo mamas. Yay.
Nice.
Alright. Now to find the bakery.
I saw another funny butterfly, but it went on the screen.
Oh, no. Oh, Rex.
Oh, there it is.
Bakery.
Nice.
Haha. Bread in this town is a very plain, nondescript flavor to it. To tell you the truth, I'm the owner of this bakery.
Cool.
Alright. I was thinking, there's a giant wild born every minute. Hello, may I help you? Please come again. Yo's. Nothing happened. Oh no. Whatever are we gonna do? I have no idea at this point. Is there two contacts, perhaps? Do we have to find a second contact lens before we can do this? Oh no, it's lenses. It's plural. I have no idea. Oh, we did it! Yay! How are you supposed to figure that out?
Grandma's memento?
How are you supposed to figure that out?
Grandma's contact lenses around.
It's an heirloom, I guess.
Oh, that's alright. Of course, to keep things forever. Makes sense.
Yeah. Here's
Socks
my
for
socks.
Special occasions.
He's 5 years, no holes, nothing. Just a little wash, stink a little, just don't refuse. I'm being generous.
Pair of dirty socks.
Yes. Take good care of the socks.
Sniff.
Well, that happened. Pair of dirty socks. When used during battle, the enemy gets so nauseous from the ripe odor, they cannot fight. Gone after one use.
Oh.
What is this? What is this? Oh, you've been had. We were the fools.
We were the fools.
We've been jimbled and
At
jammed.
least we don't have that anymore.
Yeah. Now we have socks.
That loose end has been tied.
Yeah. Well, let's go. That's what I was there. I wasn't sure. Oh, cool. Oh, Dalai Lama. That I made that.
Whoa.
I made that connection last episode.
Did you?
Yeah, that's right.
Before we died?
I'm a worldly kind of guy.
Oh, of course. I would expect nothing less. Where the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's another desert right there. Of course.
So you know what that means? We sailed south. From Monaco, we are in Egypt.
Yeah, that's true.
Pyramids.
There's fucking pyramids. It's 3 pyramids right there.
It's the Giza.
It's the Giza.
You know what that means? I did it. I was right. I won. Or
they're the geezers. They're right there.
The geezers. Or maybe we weren't in Monaco, and we were in, I don't know, somewhere Mediterranean. It looked like Monaco somewhere French-wise, perhaps to me.
Tom,
but I may have been wrong.
Tom, how do you feel about the fact that British people pronounce geyser as geezer?
Really? Really? That's.
I learned this from Xenoblade
geezer?
Chronicles.
How do they pronounce geezer?
I would assume the same. I don't know. I don't know if they even do they even say geezer?
Do they know the difference?
Do they know the difference?
That's the real question. If you show them a picture of a geezer and a geezer, would they be able to tell them apart? Say which one's the geezer, which one's the geezer? Could they answer the question? I bet they'd say no. I'll bet you money. That I don't like that though. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. Getting a picture taken again? This happens way too often. Like it was cool when it happened the first time. It happens so much now. It's so often.
It's so often. Fuzzy pickles.
Now he'll do it like 3 times in a town at this point. She's like, come on, man.
It's like, dude, leave me alone. I don't need
I'm just trying to get around.
Paparazzi on my ass at all times. Well, time for next to get some levels.
That was scary. High class UFO. Beautiful UFO. Ooh, goofy game.
Not even.
A strange game.
How goofy and strange and silly.
I don't know. I just love it. They just put a bow on top of a flying saucer, and they're like, it's an enemy. I really respect that. That someone just came up with that idea. Was just like, yeah, we'll put a bow on top of a flying saucer. I respect that. I'm a person who's always like respected, loved, you know, what do you call it? Creativity. I think creativity and like, you know, knowledge are like probably the 2 ways to be a genius in my book. You can be like super duper freaking creative, or you can be actually just smart. Either way, you're still a freaking genius, even if you're super creative and not smart.
Oh my god, why are you beating up on Sam? Don't do it to my friend Sam!
I bully him, and now he's dead. He's unconscious. Freaking beat him up. Didn't hit anyone. That's a shame. I think. I don't know who's actually trying to use it. I think it was her. So it probably was a shame. What was I just saying? Oh yeah. I really respect creativity, just as a concept. I really respect people who are creative and just have like ideas, I guess. People who just come up with interesting things. I love that. I'm like, wow, dude, you're freaking cool.
I love it too. I love it so much.
But that's why I think that's why I love like Lord of the Rings. There's so many concepts, so many ideas. There's so much going on there. It's just like, it's so creative. I love it. I absolutely adore it. I think that's really the good part why. I mean, of course, it's well executed, but I love the creativity. It makes me so happy. It's also a reason I do enjoy, like, bad movies a lot. Like, I love watching The Room because I'm like, it's so creative that, like, a smart person couldn't have made the movie.
Yeah.
Like, a smart person could not have made The Room. They could not have come to the conclusions and like, even if they're trying to make a bad movie, they could not have come to the same conclusions that, you know, Tommy Wiseau had when making The Room.
No. They really couldn't.
Like, I think he is a genius in my book. Even if, you know, regardless of what you think, you know, smart or not, I think he's still a genius. I love The Room. I love the fact that there's just pictures of, like, framed pictures of spoons.
All that? I mean, that's because those were just placeholders from the place they were renting.
No, I love it though.
But
I love that, like,
amazing.
He just left it. He was just like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Just leave him.
It's yeah, whatever. Like, it didn't bother. I'm just like, I would not have thought to just leave the spoon pictures in the frames. I would never have thought to have done that myself. I love that. I love that. It's so great. I don't know if this is actually true, but I've heard this several times. He had originally intended for, like, the movie to end with, like, I think he just goes onto the roof and then he, like, talks to his, like, vampire car.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
they, like,
he was
fly off or something.
Yeah, he had an idea that he was a vampire, apparently, originally.
But then there's also like he had a vampire car that could fly.
What?
Yeah, I believe that's how the movie was gonna end. He was gonna get into like his flying vampire car and just fly off. That's how the movie was gonna end.
Of course, why not?
I'm like, that's awesome. I love that. I love that's like an idea.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So slow.
It's because it's sand.
You're sand. Great crested mocha.
Yep.
I'll freaking poke him in the eyes. He looks like you know what he reminds me of? Have you ever seen Beetlejuice?
I've not, but I see what you mean.
Why don't you watch movies?
I just don't.
You should. You should watch movies. It's like it's an American classic. The lead male actor was a pedophile. It's a great movie.
I know what you're saying. I just haven't seen the movie.
It still is, yeah. I highly recommend Beetlejuice. It's a good movie. I got off the ball. I made a joke and I lost my train of thought.
How dare you?
It looks like when Beetlejuice turns into a freaking like snake and like goes like he's up like around the stairs and whatnot and grabs the girl. It looked like that, but if it was like a fat chubby dinosaur, it was cool. I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. Beetlejuice is a fun movie. Oh boy. Now there's a scorpion.
It's really just getting to the point where I'm like upset that I have to fight things.
See, this is the reason why I'm like, we could put things on hold and come back to it.
Yeah,
but I know
like
these RPGs like this I guess was it turn-based and whatnot is not your favorite thing if I remember correctly.
I don't know, like I feel like I like a lot of turn-based RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, it's just so little happening.
Yeah. No, I know. It is always like
what it feels like. I had this thought a little while ago. I was like, yeah. It feels like I'm playing a visual novel. Like that's what the fights feel like. Like it just describes everything that's happening. I press A like 2-3 times and then it just describes everything that happens. I don't get to see any of it. It's like, well,
I mean, I guess it's fair. Like this is always the part of the game that's the hardest to like commentate over and like have anything to say.
Like you see the enemy once, and then it's just like, well, now what do I say?
So you Beetlejuice. You then leave. It's like, well, I already made the Beetlejuice comment. There's not much else to say about it. It's just an enemy, really. It's just sort of a distraction, something to the fight, and it's not like it's super entertaining or crazy. You're like, we go like, whoa, because nothing's really gonna happen.
So you know the slime from Dragon Quest?
Yeah.
It's like every time you saw him, like it was just a picture of him and nothing else was happening.
Yeah.
And you just had to like come up with things to say about the same thing over and over again. Like there's only so many things you can say about the Dragon Quest slime.
It's true. And it's a great design, but it's still just like, the laws of physics and time-space continuum and all that do still apply, even if it's a good design. There's only so much you can say. It is difficult when you're like, I mean, with the battle things, I'm like,
I fucking
like
swear.
Music plays.
This piece of shit. God damn it.
It is non-stop. It is too much.
It won't end.
It is a bit overbearing with just how much he does this. I will be honest.
Fuzzy pickles. God damn it.
But I mean, like, no, I've completely lost it. That completely ruined my train of thought. I tried to get it back. Oh yeah, it's with like the battle like segments and whatnot. It is always one of those things where I'm like, maybe some music is playing. So I guess there's that. Like it's fine if we just like are silent for a second.
Wait, there's good music, but like you can't hear any of it, so you can't have any thoughts on it.
Well, I never really care about my experience as much as the viewer's experience.
Yeah,
I always like think like that, where I'm like, I'm not thinking about mine. I'm like, if we don't talk for a second, there's music happening. There's strategy and thinking, something to look at. It's probably fine for the viewer's experience. I know, like when we started, especially, if we like stopped talking for like a few seconds, we would immediately be like, like we just try and like jump right back into something. Like we just try. It was like it was like we were so nervous that like if we stopped talking for 3 seconds, it felt like 15.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we haven't said anything. Everyone's gonna be like, put it in a cringe compilation. Oh boy.
Oh no.
But it was like, it's like I'd watch it back. I was like, okay, that actually wasn't too bad. It was like, felt like 6 seconds. It was 2 seconds. It was just like in my head, I was, like time speeding up because I'm like, oh, I'm nervous. And, oh boy, what am I? Oh no. There's definitely like that where it's like, it's not the end of the world if you stop talking for like a few seconds. Just sort of let the music happen.
The thing is,
let
we
people
also
sort of
get
take
a lot
in what's
of our
happening as
inspiration
well.
from like podcasts and things that are edited to remove those pauses. So that's also probably part of why.
I actually watched things. This was a thing I when I was, I watched, I think it was a stream or something maybe. I had said this where it's like, if you're new to it, like if you stop talking for like a few seconds, it's fine. You don't have to be constantly talking. Like you don't have to like, wear yourself out. And I think about that every now and then. Where it's just like, you don't have to actually like push yourself and force yourself. You can just be quiet. There are like chill streamers. Not everyone has to be like a bombastic, like scream at the top of their lungs because something happened. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just pressing A. No, I'm holding
Why
up and pressing
doing?
A. Actually, is what I'm doing.
Trying to accomplish something?
You see, there's a bunch of these things on the ground. Sometimes I can walk onto them. Sometimes it doesn't let me walk onto them.
Yeah.
Except for this one at the.
I believe it's a puzzle. You just have to step on them in the correct order. Is my assumption. Yeah. I think about that sometimes, which is like if you have like a little pause, it's not the end of the world. It is definitely one of those things. What it did happen at the time, it did was like, oh no, oh boy. Like when I'd watch it back, I was like, oh, this is the part. I know it's about to come. This is the part where we stop time for like 6 seconds. Oh god, oh no. Like it was something that like I would remember. It was powerful enough of a memory that whilst like watching it back, I would be like, oh yep, that's about to happen. Oh no, and I was just like bracing for impact because it left that much of an impression.
Fuck it.
Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, but as I was saying, like, not everyone has to be like a super like crazy like super personality type person. Other people are just like calm, chill, like, oh yeah, what's up? Hey, look at that, and, stuff like just talking about like their day and stuff. Usually those people have like lives or stuff like they like, oh man, I went outside with my girl. We went to the freaking bakery.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, could I have the chicken parmesan? And they said, what? You want the chicken? And I said, no. And it's like I don't have that experience. I have such like a simple like repetitive life where it's like I go to work, I go home. I don't have the ability to just to really like do these things, especially like in these times. Like if I went out and saw a movie, that's usually the most of it. I never really go to restaurants, stuff like that. I don't know. And so it's just like these are like things I always see, like when I watch, because I do actually like analyze like Let's Plays and things like that in streams when I watch them now. I am always like constantly thinking like, how do they do it? How do their brains work? I can't help but like try and pick it to try and like make myself better. I'm constantly like trying to focus on those things, but it's just one of those things that like I don't have. It just never happens to me. Like nothing ever happens in my life. I have such like a simple like. I'm also just like a simple person. I enjoy the life I have where I don't go to restaurants and maybe like a friend will be like, oh, you want to see a movie like once every 2 months? Like, yeah, that's good enough for me.
I think part
like
of it,
I'm fine.
I think part of it is also like when I'm doing something that I do a lot, I'm not thinking about the thing I'm doing. Yeah. So it doesn't register as like, oh, I did this, you know.
Yeah.
And then I can talk about all the specifics of what happened. I only remember like what I was thinking in that moment.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I definitely like just forget things happen and don't think about stuff like, oh yeah, I went to a party or something like that. It's like I probably will forget about that and not think to talk about it, like, or bring it up. Because most likely nothing happened. Yeah, my life is.
There's also like a sense of recency bias where like the things that happened earlier in the week just are not there.
Yeah. The other thing is we don't live in a major city, particularly. We live near to some, but like it's like the major city. We're not like close enough to them where they really impact our lives. You normally go to work at one, but like I never really enter the major cities whatsoever. But it's like if you see like streamers and whatnot from like California, they'll like be talking about like, oh yeah, this one time I was in Oakland and I was on like freaking like Culver Street, and I was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But because so many people live in like LA, they understand it. Like, oh yeah, of course, everyone knows that's the street where things are dangerous and you get stabbed or something. You know, it's just one of those things you understand. It's the same with New York, where it's like, oh yeah, I made a left turn, I made a wrong turn on 114th Street and ended up in Harlem. And you're like, whoa, that's relatable. You know, because people are like, oh, I'm from New York, you know, I've been there, done that. But it's like, because we don't have that, we can't just like talk like, oh yeah, so I went to the Sammy's Pizza, the best pizza in New York. You can't just be like, I went to the Sammy's. You know, I don't know. There's little things like that where it's like, there's something about like living in a major city, I guess, that also like not only sort of like encourages things, but also like, you're able to just talk about things more because there will be more people to be able to relate to you and like daily little things. Like, oh yeah, if you live in like a main city, it's like, oh well, if I did live in New York, I might go to like the Nintendo shop and things like that. Might go there every now and then, do stuff like that. You know, might see the sites like I'd go up on the Skywalk or whatever it's called. You know, by the freaking meatpacking district. You know, might do things like that. But you know, I just live in sort of like a nice little place where it's like, oh yeah, I went down to this and did that. It's like no one knows what the fuck that like landmark location is. It's only a landmark to me because I'm from here.
Yeah.
There's also little things like that. It's like, man, that stinks.
Okay, I'd just like to go back a bit. I think I was being unfair. A visual novel is not the best comparison. I would say it's like playing Pokemon with the animations turned off. That is what it's like. That's what the battles feel like to me. I cannot stand Pokemon with battle animations turned off. It just ruins the experience for me.
That's fair. I mean, if Colosseum didn't have the battle animations, it probably wouldn't be a good game.
If they weren't as long, it would
if they didn't have the animations
for me, but the animations not being there would just make it even worse.
It would. I love the animations.
No, I like the animations. They're good animations. They just take very long, and all of them in every battle is a double battle, so the game just like feels like it drags like a lot for me.
Yeah, I savor that usually. It doesn't bother me too much, but I understand what you could mean, or what you do mean, I should say. Like it's just like if they didn't have those animations and it was just like the Pokemon just stand still, the camera just sort of like is there, it wouldn't be a good game. It would suck. That is definitely true. I agree with that. I don't know. Yeah. Also, I guess the fact that, you know, I have work, but like at the same time, it's like there's so little that actually ever does go on. Even though I work a front desk and, you know, I see people, it's like, even if something weird happens, it's just from my like point of view. If I try to explain to someone else, they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It's only because like, oh yeah, that person is regular here.
Yeah, you have to like, you have to explain the entire context of the situation. There's no shorthand.
Yeah, and it's usually so little happens. Like, you know, it's like, oh, a kid came into the freaking place I worked, and he was, you know, the mom was seeing him whilst that happened. He was waiting in the waiting room, and he was like, Mr. Gay Man Watch. Mr. Gay Man Watch. It's like, that was funny. What a dumb kid. He was talking about Smash Brothers, and he was saying Gay Man Watch because he got to say gay. It was a clever trick, but it's like, you know, that's usually like, that's probably like one of the more, you know, interesting things. I mean, there definitely are like the actual, like, I have actually had life stories, and things that like were like incredible, and I was like, wow, that was a freaking powerful thing. Every now and then, it's like, it's also like, it's weird to bring that up, and I feel like I probably have brought them up in any case. There's one time where like a woman came in, and she only knew how to really speak Hungarian. She could only speak broken English, and she was, you know, she came in basically and was like, "Oh, I fell outside," and we were like, "Oh shit, that's a lawsuit. We'll help you." And then, you know, her story just kept changing, where she was like, "No, I fell at home. I was, you know, at my sink, and then a lightning struck and flashed, and I got struck by lightning. That's why I have this black bruise on my arm." We're like, "Okay, we thought that's because you fell." And she was like, "No, I was struck by lightning, and you got the lightning thing." He's like, "Oh, well, okay, sure." And then it, you know, just kept evolving. Then, you know, we ended up calling her son. She gave me God, her phone was so disgusting. It was a flip phone, and it had this little, like, film, sort of like I get almost like pleather, like, cover over the actual, like, buttons, but it was like just covered in like makeup and stuff like that. Like, there's like a film of makeup over that little like cover. It was like, oh, this is gross to touch. This is the worst thing ever. But I did it, and the number she gave me for her son was incorrect. But she said he was in Atlanta. I googled the like area codes for Atlanta, like just sort of was like, that one is sort of close to what she gave me. I'm just gonna try it. And I actually found the son. I was like, is this your mother? And he was like, yeah. It's like, she's at our freaking practice. Could you please translate? And he was like, oh, geez, sure. And I felt pretty freaking cool, like a freaking like sleuth and like, what do you call it? Sherlock Holmes, being able to actually accomplish that felt pretty great. It was a fantastic moment. And this whole thing went on over the course of like, it was like 40 minutes that we were just trying to figure out what the hell was going on, because her story kept changing. And then about like 30 minutes in, she just broke down crying, and in broken English attempted to explain to us the fact that no one since she has come to this country has ever given her this much attention, has ever like tried this hard to understand her or help her at all, and that like it means so much that we actually like have tried this hard just to, you know, to try and help her. It meant so much to her. She tried to explain that in broken English to us, and I was like, this is like one of the most like emotional things that's ever happened to me in my life. This is so like beautiful, and I want this to be like a scene in a movie. Like, I want to direct a movie just so it can have that scene in it, basically, because it was so like, wow, that was something. It wasn't even the fact that she explained it in broken English too, and it's like, yeah, it's like, it's something crazy. And we had to figure out like what happened was, we thought maybe she had a stroke, but it was like, what had happened was lightning had like struck like the day before. We did remember that, and it was actually like struck in our town and shook the ground. Like, I remember that whilst working. Then like we were like, oh, it must have, you know, struck, and she saw like she either saw the, you know, in the mirror like the lightning, and it scared her, and she fell backwards, and she, you know, like hit her hand and bruised it like on something, and she passed out, not because she was like struck by lightning, but because she had fallen. Either that or she had some kind of stroke, and when she fell, she freaking hurt herself. Like, we ended up actually being able to like piece the story together and figure out what happened. But it was just such a wild ride. And like that moment was the moment where she was like explaining to us that since she's come to this country, no one has ever tried this hard to actually help her. No one has ever cared and given her this much effort to actually, you know, to listen to her and pay attention. That was something that was like, wow, that was so powerful. That was something really cool that happened at work. But like it's like so little else, I guess, has really happened. It's just like especially now that COVID's happened, basically nothing happens. People are scared. It's actually nice because people are getting more comfortable with actually like coming in and stuff like that. They're getting more like brave and getting more used to things. And like before it was like, hey, do you want to come in and have your physical? People like, are you fucking insane? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you even suggest that? Now it's like people are calling like, hey, can I schedule my physical? It's like, this is good. This is cool. I like this. It feels like it's starting to get back to normal, but it's nice. To progress, I believe you have to find the big guy in the overworld to help push the fifth button.
Big guy.
Gotcha. So you have to find someone to stand on the button. Gotcha. That makes sense.
Big guy.
Yeah. It's like, my life has been just like so boring this last stretch. Which is like, it feels like nothing's happening, and that time is just speeding up, and weeks are going by. I'm like, I can't believe it's already like Thursday. That's freaking crazy. It feels like it shouldn't be. It feels like it should just be like Tuesday at this point. It would have been Tuesday, but now because everything's just starting to blend together, and it's like, oh boy, it's like feels like less and less is happening because I'm definitely doing less and less. Like, I'm not hanging out with friends, basically at all. Like, only, over Discord, stuff like that. Which definitely does lose, some charm. It does lose, stuff. I don't know. It stinks. Because that's, again, I never did much, so I never had much experiences to really, talk about. But, now it's I have even less to talk about and even less to do, to say, in the streams. Because even less goes on. It's such a horrible curse, the way things are right now, but yeah. I mean, at your work, guy, yeah, the freaking whipping in between the queues or whipping in between the lines.
That's like the one funny thing that has ever happened that I can talk about, and it is funny to other people.
Yeah, it was good though. I like it.
You don't need context for that to make sense.
No, you don't need context at all. It's great. It's good. It's fun. It's a shame though. What you thinking about?
I don't know. I'm just upset that I have to fight these fucking assholes again.
Isn't there an auto fight?
There is, but I don't.
I mean, why not? In honesty, what is the worst it could do? Okay, pair of big guys later. Summers, you get a thing from the museum to do the puzzle. Gotta go to the museum in Summers. Okay.
God damn it.
At least now we know what we're supposed to do. Thank goodness we're not just fighting UFOs in a desert for another hour. Can of fruit juice. All right. All right. All right. Let's go. I was very nervous by that. For the museum. So Ivy,
yeah.
What have you been up to? Have you been up to anything this last week?
I've been up to a few things, and I'm honestly upset that I can't do them right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to hear that. What have you been up to? Anything worth talking about?
Mostly just some drawing stuff, but Yeah.
Stream drawing.
Stream drawing.
That was the thing that was something that was tossed around.
It's just my fucking drawing tablet has been such a bitch lately and will not cooperate ever. So I don't even know if I'd be willing to fucking go through with that.
Damn.
Just the amount of technical difficulties would just be so annoying.
That's fair though. This is happening now. The Shattered Man.
This is a shattered mummy.
Did it say mummy?
I think it said money. Mummy? Did it say man?
Did it say money? I thought it said man. My arms have been sore because I've been working out and getting buff.
Of course.
But not drawing. I've not drawn in a while. I do enjoy drawing to a degree though, but
I've missed drawing. I just haven't like had any like motivation for it for a while, and like every time I do it, I just like I get through like 15 minutes and like, I'm not feeling this right now.
Yeah, I have ideas, and every now and then I'll try and draw something. Usually, the only thing I do draw is maps. It's also just like
I don't always like have things that I want to draw.
Yeah,
and like it's difficult for me to just like draw something without knowing what I want to draw.
It's basically impossible for me. It is impossible for me. I will say that actually. If I don't have like something to look at, I won't be able to do it. Like I will not be able. I cannot just be like.
I mean, it's not even that I can't draw without reference. It's just that I don't. If I don't know what I want to draw, I can't just like put pen to paper and have something happen.
I can't either. I will just sit there. Like I need a reference because I'm not like I'm not an artsy fartsy person. Like I can't do that stuff. Also, like I also have the sadness of I am a recovered dysgraphic. So even though I'm recovered, you know, my ability to like draw and write is still kind of poor.
Wait, what? What do you?
I have dysgraphia, but I've mostly overcome it.
What does that mean?
But it's still like. Dysgraphia is a condition where basically it affects many things related to writing and whatnot, especially in like early stages of life. But it's basically like it's characterized by a lot of things like you hold a pencil strange, you press down really hard. Yeah. Like when you're erasing, you tear the paper and whatnot a lot. You know, you're not able to write like consistently. Like like any letter, I cannot write the same letter twice. Every A I write will always look separate. Will always look distinguished from another one. Every R, every H, every Y. Like you will not see two of the same letter for me. They'll never look. I can never do the same thing twice. I can never draw. I'll never be able to draw a circle physically, a perfect circle. But you know, it's things like that. And then also like for some people, it's very. There's different like degrees of it. Where to some people like they can't write on the same line. Like. Even if you have like, was it perforated paper? Not perforated. What's the notebook paper? You know, where you have like the lines and whatnot. Even if you have those, like you're still not able to write on the line. You will just go like randomly upwards and down and stuff like that. Like you're unable to control it. I didn't have that, but my handwriting was so poor and ununiform that it was basically legible to anyone who was not me for several years. And through like just sheer like force of will and effort, I was able to get it to the point where it's fairly legible. Most people can read it now, but it did take all the way until it basically even into high school. I did have like some people could not understand my writing. Some people still could not read it. Like up into high school.
I don't think I can read your writing, honestly. I've seen some of it. Also, for reference, you know. Yeah. This is how Tom holds a pencil when he writes.
It's called an interdigital brace. Yes, that is true. I have.
He's just like
that's correct.
And I pushes down really hard.
Yeah, I basically rest on like the knuckle of not the knuckle. No, yeah, the knuckle of the pinky on the page, and I just sort of like shake it around to write and whatnot. Like I actually looked up. There's multiple different types of grips. Most people do a tripod grip, which is they have the 3 fingers. There's also a bipod where you add your like middle finger. You're supposed to do the tripod. That's the way. Like I even had
You're also like, when you're drawing, supposed to hold it further up on the pencil so that you can
That's sociopathic. Yeah. I can't get behind that. Not at all.
No, because you're supposed to like draw with your arm. It's better for your wrist.
It's also probably better for not smudging things, but that's
also better for not smudging things.
I smudge a lot of stuff. But
wait, what?
It was actually like
3, 2, 4, 5. No, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 4, 3, 2, 5, basically, or 1, 4, 2, 5, 3. Wait, no.
Light bulb.
Light bulb.
The pyramid is the key.
Wait 1 second. Here's the picture of hieroglyphs just for you. It's a word for studying so hard. All right, using your human civilization class. That's cool.
Of course.
Yeah, there's like all kinds of different like names. Some people will actually just do like a full fist and stuff like that when they use it like as a pencil grip. But what happened was, I've also seen like a lot of substitute teachers, oddly enough, also they will seem like the way I write, and they're like, I write almost exactly the same. I just do like 1 finger difference or stuff like that. I'm like, wow, dude, that's cool. But yeah, a lot of people will see the way I write and be like, how do you hold a pencil like that? That's crazy. But I'm like, if I hold a pencil with a tripod grip, it strains the muscles in my hand. Like it physically, like my hand, the way, maybe it's something about the way like the muscle's structured, just doesn't allow for that to me to be able to do that comfortably. It will hurt my hand, especially because when I was a kid, again, I'd write very forcefully. I'd press down really hard on the paper. I'd erase really hard, so it'd tear the paper, stuff like that. And so it really put strain and be very painful. The reason I ended up with the interdigital brace grip, which is the 2 fingers, what Ivy was showing earlier, was that I was basically for a week, and like first grade was just like messing around with how to like hold the pencil, and that was the one I found, and it didn't hurt my hand when I would write for a long period of time, and so it really, I just like found that.
But
I just kept
considering
doing
how
it.
hard you press down on the page, I don't know how you just don't hurt your hand at all.
I don't know, something about it works. If I try and write with a tripod grip, it does strain my hand even still. Like something about the muscles, my hand won't let me do it. Again, I'm a recovered dysgraphic for the most part, where my handwriting is legible.
I just went
things like
right
that.
back to the same place. I'm stupid.
I know you did. I saw that.
Why am I stupid?
Like I no longer tear the page when I erase. Like I'm much more able to be conscious of those things. But even still, like my handwriting's poor. I can't draw the same letter the same way twice. I can't draw the same picture twice. Even if I trace it, I can't do it correctly. It's just basically impossible for the most part. Which stinks. So like art I'll never be able to do it properly and super well. It will always be hard for me. But it's one of those things. I do enjoy art even though I do have this, I have troubles with it. But again, the only thing I really like to draw is maps for the most part. Those are the only things I really do like. I do enjoy those. I love maps. Maps are cool. They make me very happy. I love drawing a map and then just being like, this is a country here, and this is a country there, and this is their relations and stuff that happens to that, and oh, this happens. Oh, this country. Oh, what if I broke this off and that off, and I said they had a rebellion recently, and I'm like, oh, this is weird. I love doing that stuff. I love just creating worlds and stuff. That's my favorite thing to do in the world, is just create worlds and stories. It makes me happy. I love it. I can't draw. I do enjoy art though when I do it, and I wish I could get better at it.
Mummy rat.
Ooh, it can be used as a weapon, and will make the thing stop using and be gone after one use. Okay. Makes sense to me. Yeah, it's just like the purse sash or something.
Purse whip or the purse.
Yeah, the sash
handle thing, whatever it was.
It's basically just that, I guess. Maybe it's like a better version. It does more damage.
There we go.
Yeah, I have it's called by the way, it's called dysgraphia. It's a thing, and I had it for the most part when I was a kid. It was definitely a big problem, especially because when you're a kid in school, you do have to write just about everything that ever happens. It's like now maybe there's more computers or stuff like that. So maybe like in this age, if I was born now, I would have more of a chance. They'd be like, okay, special ed, just give them a computer to type on. Don't make the poor kid write and feel pain.
Yeah.
There's more of that. But back, what I had to do is like you had to write everything. You had to write essays by hand. And it'd be like, well, I flipped the page over. I have to erase something now that I've written, and now it's sort of ruined I've broken the page. And now it's like, well, I have to just copy this onto a new page, or just say, fuck it, and probably get a worse grade because I've like rips in my page from erasing and stuff like that. It was awful. It made life very difficult. For the most part, I'm better now. But at least I really don't have to write much now. But it's good. Also, like it is. I think about it like, my signature will never be the same signature twice. So my signature is literally worth nothing. The fact that I have like a signature
I also
means
get that.
Nothing.
I don't write it that often.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have to write
so
it for work. I do have to like do a thing like where it's like, yeah, this is me, because there's money and stuff like that has to be accounted for.
Oh yeah, I do have to write it for like checks and stuff, but like I just don't write it that often.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I can't write the same. My signature is never the same twice. So it's like my signature is literally worth nothing. It literally means nothing because it's never going to be the same one twice. So it proves nothing. It does not prove I'm the same Tom. You can glean no information from it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am proud though that I did overcome it. It was good. He stink.
He stinks.
Stink. It stinks.
Stink.
Hey, did you come from Toto by ship? There's a scary monster in the sea. Did you beat him, or did you escape? Either way, you are fantastic. We did not come from Toto, in fact. We came from Summers.
I think Summers is in Toto?
I don't know.
I
think Toto might be an island in the intermediary, because I think we're supposed to go from Scaraba to Toto.
Maybe.
I think.
Where's the big man? I want him to
The
be
big man comes later. We're supposed to
Later?
get a thing, weren't we? From the museum?
We got the thing from the museum that told us how to solve the puzzle in front of the pyramid, but we don't have the big man, so we can't solve the puzzle.
Can you just like put it on the thing? Can you just like put an item on like whatever you got on the freaking pedestal? Who is that guy?
He's a man.
Did he say anything? What did he say? You are a thief, a warrior, or one who has come to see my majesty. We can now read hieroglyphs, I guess.
Oh.
You must decide what you really are. Therefore, what will you do? What is your quest?
Okay, here's the other one. What the fuck?
To step on the plate, you stepped on the wrong order, I guess.
I forgot the order.
I think it's 1, 4, 2, 5, 3 was the counterclockwise.
Oh my
Would be counterclockwise from
fucking
the top.
god, you piece of absolute shit. Fuck you.
Sam lived. At least. We got that. We got Sam. That's what really matters. Now we gotta heal up. I think it's, from the top, counterclockwise, it's 1, 4, 2, 5, 3. I don't know.
There we go.
I have no idea. Search for the Hawkeye? What? What do we need a Hawkeye for? What do we need a Hawkeye for?
What would we not need a Hawkeye for?
You don't need it to go shopping. You don't need it to cook spaghetti. You don't need it to play tennis. The hieroglyph came off the wall.
Yep.
He has blood! Oh, Shadow's made of blood!
You see, I saw this coming because they're
Yes.
It shows you in the opening thing.
I know, I knew it was gonna happen at some point.
Yep.
I knew it was gonna happen because they'll spoil it. The Hawkeye to see deep in the darkness, the hieroglyph said it. Well, I really haven't. I really zone out a lot just in conversation and do not pay attention to what happens at all. Which is good because I'm not playing.
Yeah.
So I don't have to pay attention as much.
Yeah.
Because if I was, I'd probably be on the level of like Aaron Hansen when it comes to, you know, playing video games. I would not be good at video game. And I wasn't when we tried, when we did. But it was still fun. That's what really matters. Ooh, a vase, a casket. Ta-da! There's a viper! Oh no,
Sorry, what?
He took a viper. It's a whip, I guess. Doesn't what's Ness use of no Lucas use a snake as a whip in Smash Brothers?
Lucas has a rope snake.
It's close enough. If you like rearrange the letters in Viper, it's basically says rope snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think rope snake is a dude that he's got for like the whole game though.
I don't know.
I have no clue. I haven't played Mother 3.
I have not either. Also, I like how they do have like red shadows because they are just like a black outline.
That is cool.
If they had a black shadow,
that.
it would be confusing.
What did he do to him? What did he do? What did he do to him?
Probably bit him because he's an ass.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a poison icon.
Well,
maybe
it constricted him.
I don't even know what he did.
Constricted him.
He didn't do anything.
Oh no! Oh! Stop. You're making me scared. Oh no! Don't touch it! You touched it. It's another ass.
Oh, still.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can reread the hieroglyph. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't want it though. Reading is for nerds.
Yeah.
Bit him. Oh no.
Don't bite him. Why does him have so much more health than everyone? He's not even that much higher level.
He has a lot of guts. He has at least 14 spleens. That means he has lots of blood.
See, he's level 47, 40, 41, 29. He shouldn't have exponentially more health than literally everyone in the party.
Well, unless he's the tank.
Is he the tank?
I don't know.
Is Ness the tank?
I don't know. This casket seems a little suspicious. This casket seems a little suspicious. Oh, what if you put the ketchup packet on?
Oh, the hieroglyph copy is what I'm supposed to get signed for the guy in the museum. Okay.
No.
I'll do that after we're done here. Now that I know. What is this? No, I mean this.
It's a jar of deli sauce, used by sprinkling it over food. Tastes good with any kind of food, thereby increasing the recovery power of the food.
My favorite.
My favorite. I love it. So yeah.
Oh god, I'm so fucking tired.
Why are you so tired? What have you been doing?
I don't know.
You gotta wake up. You gotta drink coffee or tea.
No.
You gotta exercise.
I'm gonna drink
you gotta take
water
a shower
instead.
You gotta take a cold shower. Water does not have caffeine, so it does not wake you up.
I will drink it anyway.
If you waterboard yourself, that could wake you up. It's not gonna drinking water is not gonna fix anything. It's gonna you're just gonna still be sleepy.
Yeah, let me waterboard myself real quick.
It's good for stream. It's a fun moment. That'll definitely be like on a highlight if you decide to waterboard yourself.
Yeah, definitely get a clip. Get plenty of clips of that. Oh my god.
Oh no! He was an open casket coffin, and now he's a freaking man running. He's like the freaking thing from the Marvel. What is he doing here? But he's petrified. How is he doing things? That defeats the point of being petrified if he does things. Yeah. Okay, well, not doing much to him.
Fucking.
Have to have him next mirror him.
I tried that.
Reflect his attack back at him.
God, there we go.
Reflect his attack back at him.
These fucking menus, like.
What do you mean next could? Oh! It said next could not turn into the Royal Guard. I read that before. So I think Mirror is like a transform like Ditto has or something maybe.
What?
I don't really understand, I'll be honest.
Fuck.
I don't know, but not what I thought it was. I thought, thank you for the follow. I thought maybe Mirror was like you reflect his attack back at him. He comes out swinging like, oh, and he does lethal damage. Maybe you like reflect that he does lethal damage to himself.
Maybe.
No, it's not that. We just determined that that's what it wasn't. What did you miss that entire conversation, Ivy? I was just saying it's not what it is. That's what I thought it was not. No.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna slap you.
Why?
I'm furious. That's why.
You're
not listening to me.
I don't understand. I just killed the enemy.
You're saying yes, but you're not listening to me.
Yes.
I was saying what I thought it was that Mirror was like you reflect the attack back. It's not that. It's that you transform and I guess copy the enemy. Like you maybe become it because it says next could not be turned into the enemy. Yeah. I'm upset. I don't care. You know, I'm just disappointed more than anything. Let's go on.
This is slower than the regular fight. Why did I even do this?
Why did you just turn it off immediately? It's only necessary for the menus, I guess. I don't know. Oh, wait, can we set their auto attack, like, preferences or anything? Is that a thing in this game?
I don't think so.
I might be thinking about a different game. What game am I thinking of? Oh, jeez, I don't even remember.
Thunder Bee. Okay.
I was thinking of Dragon Quest XI. Never mind.
Nice.
I have no idea why I was thinking of Dragon Quest XI, but I was. Yeah, it's cool. In Dragon Quest XI, you could like basically have your allies. You could either take their turns for them, or they can like act. Say what you could like set it so that I only like take the turns for these two characters. I don't take the turns for anyone. They all do it on their own accord. Or you could say I only control the main character. Everyone else does their stuff. Or I control all characters, which I did for a while. I control all characters. It got tiring. I only control the main character now. It's nice. It's a cool game. I like Dragon Quest XI. I still have to finish it. I really have to get back to that. I have too many games I have to be finishing right now. It is way too much. I'm not. Oh, it's a cup of life noodles. Oh,
I'm
let's
just
go.
gonna fucking use it at this
The
point.
Boy
This is
life
getting
noodles.
so done.
Yeah, probably should just do a couple of heals.
Yes.
You know, pass some of that around. Pass some of the love. The love.
I think the brain food lunch I should use on Herty.
Why?
There we go. That's why.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I forgot exactly what it did. I'll be honest. It was the reason I was saying that.
Yeah. Ketchup packet?
I assume that you just use it with another thing, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, don't mix it with that. Don't mix the ketchup with the yogurt or the juice, please. That is a nightmare. That is horrible if you do that.
Okay.
I think it probably is pretty good.
Capsule?
What is the speed capsule? Is that a temporary thing or is that a full thing? Oh, okay. It's an always thing. Let's go. Who should be fast? Who deserves fast?
Oh, right. That's that thing. There's another thing in it. What? Increase something.
What? I don't know what that means, but that's cool.
All right, the bottle of water.
Bottle of water. Oh, neat.
Like, should I have someone use that though? Like, is that temporary or? I think.
I don't know if it's just poorly worded or what. I have no idea.
I have no clue. I wouldn't put it past this game.
It's kind of vague. At first, I was like, oh, the way it's worded makes it sound like you like just gain more like mana. You know, you gain more like power point. You know what? I'm so upset that games have been able to get away with this for so long with using like PP.
Yeah.
It's been too long. From the very first time they used it. Yeah, I mean, come on. As a kid, all I could do was just giggle and think about PP. It's like it's the funniest thing in the world. But I'm like, come on. I feel like I can't seriously say it without being like, I just said PP. I'm just like, why is that the thing that is like, why is that such a touchstone? Why is that carried on so much that it's PP? There's so many different games like, oh, it's power points. Oh, it's psychic points. Oh, it's physics points. You know, it's like they find their own way. Most games will actually just be it's just PP. We're not gonna even justify it. We're not even gonna say what it stands for.
What makes sense to me is when they use SP, because that just makes sense. Like that's
special,
not,
like special points or something.
You're
like I'm totally down for that, and
I don't know why every game doesn't use SP as their thing.
I'm just like, whenever I say PP, I just feel like I just did that. Oh boy. Every time. I just want to avoid it by calling it the wrong thing, like mana. But I'm like, people are probably just gonna be like, well, it's not mana, you dum-dums, are you freaking blind?
I need a poach.
I need a poach.
I need to poach.
I need to poach. I need to commandeer eggs from a bird. I don't know where I was going with that.
Me neither.
Also, I don't remember where I was going that led into this. What the heck was I talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about just how poorly worded the water bottle thing is, where it's just like, I don't know if it's raising your, like, actual, like, points, or if it's just restoring them, like, you get some back.
Things they normally say restore,
yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't trust the game.
Also, it normally would have, like, a number. It'd say a number that it restores by, but I don't know. I'm just like, maybe it's just like misleading.
It's a bottle of water. Why would it even do that? Like, that's
why
what
would we have like
sense.
I'm also like, why would we have like 3 of them?
And why would we have so? Yeah, why do we have so many of them?
Yeah. Like it's got to be just like a regular like rinky-dink hunky-dory item. Like it's like, oh, not again. Not more of these men. Not more buff bodies. I don't want. They're scary. You know what? You should have like people defend who literally do 1 damage.
Maybe
you should have them defend because they're not doing much otherwise.
Smash! Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Nice. It's a lot of defense. Oh, he shrieked a war cry, and him was a little bitch about it. Oh boy. Back to fights, though. Brain shock.
What does the brain shock do again? I don't remember.
I don't remember us having brain shock even, I'll be honest.
I remember reading it and just thinking, oh yeah, that's broken English. Cool. I feel like, and it was one you were talking about, the woman who was talking in broken English, and I was like, interesting. I didn't think of it much beyond that.
What do you call it? Serendipity, if that is true. Big if true.
Big if true.
He's still alive? Come on.
This is the boss.
He's
or not
dead.
anymore. I guess he wasn't the boss.
He's not the boss. He's not the boss.
It's not boss enough.
Yeah. There'd definitely be fanfare like he talks to.
Yeah, but he was walking in front of the, he was standing in front of the door.
Yeah. Well, he would have had his own unique sprite as well, probably, and not just like the coffin thing.
There have been bosses who
that's just me.
I don't know. I don't know.
Bosses also usually talk
I don't trust this game to be consistent.
Yeah, that's right.
About
You don't
literally
know.
anything.
Yeah, that's right. You don't know. So I don't know why you're acting like you're the the know-it-all.
God fucking damn it.
He's red. Ah, he's bleeding all over his bandages.
Actually, this feels like a stuff. This feels like a time for stuff.
If there's ever been a time, now. Also, because this fight's gonna take a while, I'm gonna be back in a second.
Yeah. Enemy recolors I'm fine with. I like a lot of the colors they choose. Come on. Nice. That's a good amount of damage. God fucking... Oh. Big hug. No, I don't want a hug. Don't hug me. No. No. Just use this stuff again. Freeze him once again. Do I have anything I can use here? Did I even use this? I don't think I did. Use it on him. Thunder. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Fuck. My God. Why did they make that so easy to press? I don't understand. Why it's so sensitive. And why it has 2 activations.
You know what's funny about the fact you just struck him with thunder and lightning? The fact that there's freaking thunder lightning outside.
It is? Really?
It's a storm.
Is it? Is it storm?
I just heard one.
I don't hear anything.
I didn't whilst I was in my room because I have my AC on. But I just heard it and I was like, oh, that's cool. I have a question.
Yes.
What's your favorite kind of weather?
Thunderstorms. They're cool.
Why do you always say things in such a monotone thing? I'm like, what's your favorite? Thunderstorms. You have no. It's like there's no passion. It's like, oh, I like thunderstorms. Thunderstorms
are cool.
Yeah. Like, I love thunderstorms. My favorite thing though, I think, is like windstorms. There's some about it that's so terrifying and scary, but I'm like, the wind is freaking like whipping. It's like I can hear the wind. It's cool. But also, it's scary.
I have this area outside my house that's like in the back, underneath, like it's like outside, but it's underneath. A
catacombs.
Yeah, there's a catacombs, but no, it's just like underneath like a roof that's outside, and I just like to stand there when it's raining and be like, yeah, it's raining, but I'm not wet. It's like a patio, yeah, but under a roof.
Well, the patio's gonna have roofs, I guess, and trellises and awnings.
No.
DQ11 has 3 versions of recolors: regular recolor, red eye, and then green eye versions. I have no idea about that. With Dragon Quest, the series in general, there are a lot of recolors, like especially with like slimes and whatnot. There's different versions of slimes, but there's also recolors of the different versions and whatnot. As with most enemies, you will see like just multiple versions and recolors of them, to represent, you know, this one's stronger and whatnot, and they'll always have different names. I do enjoy it. I have no problem with that because the designs are all, you know, pretty solid. So even if it's a recolor, still like a recolor with solid design.
Okay.
So it's usually like pretty cool, pretty fine. But the red eye and green eye, I have no idea about that actually. maybe I just haven't noticed it, or I haven't been alerted to it. Maybe it hasn't been a thing that was like established yet, where it's like, oh, this now happens. Congratulations, because I think I've probably like left off somewhere around halfway through the game, if I remember correct. I collected like all 6 of like the MacGuffins, but I didn't put them in the MacGuffin receptacle yet. So I think I'm somewhere around halfway through the game. It's still a good game. I like the game. It was good. It was fun. I do. I've done so many other games where I'm still like trying to beat like Xenoblade 2. So I don't know when I'm ever gonna get to it.
Oh yeah, Xenoblade has like a million fucking recolors, but some of them have different models. I don't know. Xenoblade has a lot of like, they're not even recolors, but they're like enemies that have like the same like rig, but the model is like slightly different.
There's a lot of species, I guess. You see a lot of different like species, variation of species, where it's like, oh, this is a leaf cameo. This is a lightning cameo. This is a fire cameo. This is a desert cameo, and they'll all be slightly different. And it's all like a giraffe. I think that thing is a giraffe, the cameo. That's probably not even what the name is, but something like that.
I don't know if I know. I don't think I know.
It's Xenoblade 2, of course. I'm talking about. That's the one I know better.
Actually, speaking of Xenoblade 2, I had a question about it. Because I've completed the Future Connected story. I've done all the side quests and shit. I completely cleared the whole thing. I mean, it didn't kill every unique monster, but like it doesn't really matter.
What? Sorry, go on.
But I did all the Future Connected stuff, and I was thinking it was really strange how all the...
Oh wait, let me just answer the chat. It's Eric. It's Eric. I love Eric. I love him so much. He's such a Dragon Quest 11. He's so great. I love Eric from the very moment. Like, I'll be honest, I had like the Prodigal Son thing where I saw him on the box art. I was like, oh, he's gonna be just like a Sasuke Vegeta thing where it's like, he's so cool, and he's got his back, like he's the bad boy of like not a boy gang, boy band. That's what they call him, a boy gang. He's like the bad boy who doesn't talk, and he's like, whatever. And he's like your rival. No, he's so fucking cool. He's so great. I love him. I love his personality. Sylvando is great. Sylvando's like, he's very flamboyant, and Sylvando, I love just like saying things in his accent. I am Sylvan. I can't do his accent because I haven't like heard it in a while, but it's so fun to just like mimic him and just parrot what he says. He is fun. I love Eric though. I will always love Eric, and whenever one of the characters says something or is like, whatever, Eric, I'm like, fuck you. I like you less. That's the reason I hate, Veronica. She doesn't respect Eric, and I don't like her. I don't respect her. She's worthless to me. She doesn't get to be on the party most of the time. She doesn't deserve it. Sorry, say things about Dragon Quest. Not Dragon Quest, say things about, Xenoblade. You were saying you want...
Anyway, there was something strange that I noticed, about the Napon characters, in the game. Motherfucker!
Yes.
And that was that I used the wrong fucking one!
I thought you did use the right one.
No, I used healing instead of recover because it's fucking named stupid! I hate this game.
I thought you'd use the right one. Well...
I'm gonna die, I have to walk all the way back here, and I have to kill all the fucking enemies again. Oh my...
Yeah. It sucks. Tell me about Xenoblade. Tell me about the Nopons.
The Nopons, they're always going on like meh, meh, meh. You know, there's just saying meh, like in between every fucking word. And I'm like, well, this is strange. Why are they doing that? This is weird. And I was like, maybe this is something that they added in Xenoblade 2, because I don't remember anything like this in Xenoblade X either. And I was like, this is a Xenoblade 2 thing where
this is the trait of the party member of Tora, the party member, who says meh meh. That's his main quote is meh meh. Like when he like does things or like wins a battle or like accomplishes something, he'll be like meh meh, or he'll be like meh meh Rex. He said that's like the thing he says the most. That's I guess his go-to I'm a quirky character type phrase.
Yeah, I just thought it was.
I hate it. I hate it. It pisses me off.
I don't know. I don't like. I mean, I was fine with it. I'm
it's slightly different.
It just feels weird when I talk because like you go from playing the regular game where all the Nopon just talk like Nopon, and then in this extra story, all of them are like meh 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 meh, and it's like, what the fuck is happening?
Maybe they're his descendants.
Every single Nopon on the Biona's shoulder, and also two of Ricky's children, are descendants of a Nopon from a different dimension.
Yes. Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. That's my guess. How is this fight still happening?
I just stopped doing things because I was just trying to focus on getting that.
Like, how did Sam's glasses not just like get pushed into his brain at this point?
There, now he's fucking dead. Rip Sam, may he rest in peace.
I've said something, and I'll stick by it. I don't care about spoilers. The only reason I don't do them is because I know other people care. I don't mind at all. It just I don't think anyone else minds at the moment if you spoil Veronica.
Ah, shit.
That's fine.
Fuck. Yeah. Oh wait, what just happened? No.
He got very squishy.
I pressed the wrong buttons. This was the last place I saved.
Yes. Yeah, you can spoil what happens with Veronica. I don't mind spoilers at all. It's always been one of those things where if I get something spoiled, usually I'll forget about it by the time it happens. It might be like in the back of my mind, but I'm not very good at remembering things. Veronica dies. Serena gets all her powers. That's cool. I love that because I actually like Serena. I was actually like, oh yeah, she's fine. Even though she has much less a personality compared to Veronica, she really just like, it feels like they really just sort of like threw her in there as like a lesser, like sort of toned down, like she's like a 1 point of Veronica's personality that is her entire personality, and it is as monotone as it's somewhat monotone, but also like it's not like exaggerated. Like she's really about this thing. It's like, oh, that's her one thing, and she's like, calm and like, oh, whatever, not like crazy or insane on that one thing. She's just sort of like plain milquetoast. It feels like they just sort of threw her character in there because it was like, oh, here we got a new character and we're fighting alongside her to help her rescue her sister. Yay, we're doing it. Oh, this is cool. And then you just like, oh, now that person's also part of our party. Oh wow, these two people came just joined our party really quick succession. And this person really doesn't have much of a personality. It feels like they just kind of threw her in there. But I always liked her better than Veronica in any case. Dumb child is dumb. I enjoyed the game. I really actually just have to go and play it and do things. Like I enjoyed the game. It's just that I started playing another game, another thing, and I just forgot about it. And now I'm in like Xenoblade 2, and I'm 100 hours deep, and I'm on chapter 5, I think. So it's like, well, there's at least 10 chapters. I should just try and finish it, and I am pushing forward in that game to actually try and accomplish, finish the game and goals and whatnot. It's very difficult for me. Some of it's really just hard for me. Like, I've also actually been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 recently, and trying to finish that. So I've also played like 50 some hours in that, and I'm on like chapter like I think 4 or 5. I don't know how many chapters are in that game, but like probably should have finished it a few times, maybe like once or once and a half at this point. I have not even done that. I'm probably halfway through or something. Because I focus on all the side stuff because I'm like, I can't potentially miss out on content. I just can't. And I've just been like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do missions, progress the story. And after I do a mission, I'm like, I don't want to do another one. That was already too much. I just did a mission. I can't just do two. It's about that just like super hard for me for some reason. I don't know. But it's great because I'm enjoying the game now that I'm actually like progressing the mission and stuff. I'm actually like getting new weapons and stuff like that. I'm like, it just hasn't happened in a million years. It's been so stagnant. It's because I didn't do missions. I enjoy that. I ended up enjoying the game less, I think. Now I'm starting to realize that I'm actually like pushing forwards and like getting stuff and like, oh wow, I'm getting things in a pretty quick succession. This is pretty cool. This is how the game's supposed to be played. But it's still very hard for me to break that cycle. Just like, say I'll do a mission maybe, and then, you know, if even, and then I'll just like spend the rest of the time just like dicking around, like doing side stuff. Does it reload?
Oh, sent back. No, I still have the stuff. I just was.
Did you load? Did it load the save, or did it?
No, it's the same save. I just was like asking if I wanted to continue, and I accidentally pressed no. And I pressed no again when it was like, "Are you sure?" I think. I don't know.
Good.
I think that's what happens. I hope that I didn't just lose time again.
I do as well. I don't think we've saved once in this episode.
We have saved once, but...
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's right there.
Hieroglyph, cloth.
We even have the Viper. It's right there.
Okay.
We hadn't saved since we went into the
there
fight.
It is. Well, that's good enough for me. I'm happy.
Right now, to frickin'.
That price went up. I swear that price went up.
Good thing I have $600.
That's the spirit. What was I talking about? I lost it. It's gone. But one thing I was gonna say, it's about just another thing about Dragon Quest XI. The box art for it is just so fantastic. Sometimes I'll look at it and I'm like, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. It's such a great little image, just how it's done. I don't know, there's just something about it. It's Akira Toriyama style, of course. There's something about it where I'm like, oh, all those characters definitely, like, you could definitely, like, look at them and understand, like, you understand the characters. You know that guy's gonna be kind of flamboyant. That guy's gonna be, like, I mean, I did misread Eric completely from that, which was a good thing, because then I was like, oh, he's a cool guy. This is awesome. I love him. Oh, we're best friends. Oh, we're best friends. Let's have a sleepover. And then he was like, oh, that one's the little girl. You know, that one's a freaking that. It's cool. There's something really, really great about it. Like, every now I'll see it, I'm like, that's such a good design. I don't know what it is. I just love it so much, the little box art for it. I'll just see it and I will just think that, which doesn't happen much. I'm like, oh yeah. Love it, love it, love it. I guess actually just the character design in Dragon Quest games is pretty good. It's just pretty solid. I mean, you know, the characters all definitely look like, they all definitely stand out in a crowd. Including in the world. They definitely like stand out and stick out a bit. But it's still good. I like the character designs. It's never too fan servicey, even if it is a little bit. With like the one character who's one of her things I think is she kisses or stuff like that, or like flirts. But I got rid of that stuff. That's like one of her skill trees. But I was like, nah, I'm getting rid of that. I'm gonna put skills in other stuff that's cooler. That's the spirit. Oh, hell no. There's a bug.
It's a bug.
Dog! It's a scarab.
It's gonna be a scary scarab.
I don't like bugs very much. That one wasn't moving. He wouldn't jangle your keys. I think this one might jangle keys. This one coming up.
I'm really trying, like, not
like,
be...
if you try to hug the back wall, can you avoid him? Nope.
I like, try not to be angry, because I know people like this game, but, like, I'm just not having fun. It's...
You know, if you're not having fun, we could always, like... like, we don't always have to do 3 hours a thing. If you're not having fun, and you're not... Like, if you're just gonna be, like, dad, and you're just gonna have bad commentary, it's like, yeah, why?
I don't know.
I mean, a part of this should be us having fun, because when we're all sad and mopey, or, like, angry, that's, that's usually when we get, like, crummy. Like, our commentary, it's harder for us to entertain. We're less entertaining. This is like, if that happens, if you're like, I don't have the steam, like, after, like, an hour, like, 2 hours, you're just like, okay, yeah. So we could, like, take a break, just move on to another thing. That's fine. Might have a longer stream one night sometime, might have a shorter one sometime.
I don't know. I want to at least beat this area, because, like, it seems like we got, like, pretty far into it before fucking getting our ass blasted. There's a bug!
Kill it. Please, kill it. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yep. I'm super ADD. I was talking about weather before.
How do we get... Oh, yeah, I can hear it now.
It's I love thunderstorms. I love windstorms. I love scary weather a lot. Like, there's something about just being in your house, like in my house, just hearing like basically a tree bend at a 45-degree angle from wind, or like, bamboo or something like that, where I'm like, oh, this is cool. Because there's bamboo by my house, because my neighbor's a freaking... He didn't think about stuff, and now it's basically impossible to remove it without paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, because of how difficult it is to remove. But, just hearing the rustle through that stuff, and hearing, like, the bamboo bend at, like, a 45-degree angle from wind, and, like, it's so scary and so cool, because there's also, like, a wind tunnel created, like, by my house, from plants and bamboo and trees and whatnot. So, like, it's great. I love the way those things sound. Also, like, there's something I really enjoy about rain, from this, from the inside of a closed window. Just, like, that rain in the distance, like, on the other side of the window, where it's like, it's something about it, it's a little different. Thunder, the rain, thunder, wind, all that stuff. It's so cool. I just, it's something about it. I really do enjoy, anxiety-inducing, like, sounds. Like, I think I have mentioned it before that, like, I think my ASMR is, like, anxiety stuff. Where something just makes you, like, sounds that just make you, like, scared. Like, alarms. I think I told I was just, like, listening to, like, a thing that was just, like, a bunch of different, like, alarm noises. And it just, like, played a fire alarm noise, and I just, like, my lips just started curling, and I just started smiling uncontrollably, and I was just, like, just happy. I just felt like I was just, like, giddy with excitement. Just listening to a fire alarm noise. Like, I think it is, like, my ASMR. It is, like, my tingles. It's just, like, anxiety, like, and fear-inducing, like, sounds. Like, and I mean, like, immediate sounds, for the most part. Like, slow build type things are always, like, oh, that's harder for me to... I can't handle that as well. But just, like, someone, like, screaming at you from a distance. Or, like, like, thunder striking. Or, like... I don't like it was EAS or EBS alarm. I'm like, it's great. I love it. It's cool. It's something about it. And so, like, I really love thunder, because it's kind of a scary thing. Always since I was a kid, I've always been sort of like, ooh, thunder's big and scary. I remember, and this is not a scary thing, but this is just a fact. I remember my parents used to say, the angels are bowling whenever there was thunder and lightning. Did your family ever have any like fun things like that?
Not really.
I don't know where my parents came up with that, or if that's like a common thing, because I've never heard anyone else use it. The angels are bowling. They always used to say that whenever it was thunder and lightning, and it was great. It was always like when there's thunder and lightning, we'd all get on the couch, watch a movie, and sit under a blanket together. And so it was always like, I think maybe that's also maybe one of the reasons it's like I kind of like it is because it's always like there's always, even though it was scary, there's always a great like a good amount of fond memory attached to it, type thing. But I really do just like love the some about like the fear and anxiety of certain things that really just makes me happy. I'm like, this is great, this is cool, I'm happy now. And so like a windstorm where the wind is like super strong, you can hear it like just like whipping. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I mean, also like even beyond sounds, I have like a dark, scary basement with like weird corners that just like are like super duper thin and blocked off because we put like walls in afterwards. After the foundation, so like one room is just this small little cramped closet with it's basically 2 rooms, but like one light to light both of them in the second room. And it's got like this wooden lock on it, or it's wooden door. It's got like a padlock on it. It's like it's super duper creepy, and it just like I love it. I love that room. It's covered. It's filled with spiders probably, so I don't go in it. Like yeah, it's cool. There's one little like little like nook in the back that just like we put in a washroom, and they put up a wooden wall, but it's not flush against the edge of the house. There's this little like just corridor for some reason. If you go like, if you don't go in the room, you go past it, and then you make a right. It just like outlines the room. You can just like there's just like a couple of broken doors, just like shattered in half, just in that like little nook for some reason. I don't know why we keep broken doors there, but we do. I love it so much. It makes me so happy. I'm like, ooh, I could get like stabbed by a murderer, and that would be fitting for this. That'd be cool. Like a ghost could pop out and go oogly boogly, and it'd be like, yeah. It's like it's a great atmosphere for that, and I love it. It's something about that. I'm like, oh, that's great. Like I would love to go ghost hunting just for the atmosphere. I mean, finding a ghost would basically, give me purpose in life and would just like justify just about anything. Like it would be the ultimate happiness and relief, and stuff like that. But the act of ghost hunting and just being in a creepy place where it's like, oh, it's spooky. I'm like, there's some like the anxiety and like nervousness about that would make me the happiest man in the world. I just love that. I just enjoy it so much. I think the other thing is like, I think there's also something about like intent maybe. Like if I'm watching like a horror movie, there's something I like less about it for some reason. I think maybe because the ability to pause it, but if I'm just like in a scary location, like I'm like, oh, this is cool, this is creepy. Some I get something more about that, like out of like the actual like I hear thunder and lightning than just watching a scary movie with actual jump scares and like boogly men. But I like horror movies. But I love thunder and lightning. It makes me happy. I don't know. Do you have any real reasons you like the thunder and lightning?
I don't know.
Is it just like pleasant to hear?
I think that I like water. There's cool noises.
Right.
And it's not sunny out, and it's not hot.
I'm glad it's not hot. I'm definitely happy about that.
Yeah.
This has been rough this last like stretch of weeks, which has been like decided like it's been like 60 for so long. Well, what if it was 70, 80, 90 over the course of a week, and it's since been 90 degrees like consistently afterwards. I'm like, come on. It just came out of nowhere, and it hasn't gone away, and I hate it. What keeps falling?
I fucking dropped something. I was trying to pick it up with my foot, and it was not working out. No, I'm just upset.
Gotcha. I was like, why is something just like continuously falling?
I kept dropping it.
Like, is there a Rube Goldberg machine in the background? What's happening?
Yes.
Someone must have stepped on a switch. It sounds like something up above is moving. You're not gonna get the funny item in the sarcophagus? It's not a sarcophagus.
I thought it was an enemy, honestly.
You know what? I have no idea. Go back that
yeah,
one.
I'm not.
Yeah, the open ones are enemies. The closed ones are like chests or treasure chests. The open coffins as well. Those are the guardians, which are big like rock men that are a bane to actually fight. Or the pain to actually fight. They're like the bane of your existence. Yeah. Well, you hate to see that.
What I hate the most about them when they're like is that they're on the background and not the foreground, so I can't even use fire to fucking hit both of them at once. I have to fucking take them out individually. It's just like
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how the fighting works in this game. The background is tripping me out. I'm seeing the text move a little bit. It's making me hard. This is difficult on me. My brain is bad for that. Actually, I have a question. When you were a kid, did you ever have that, like, looking at things and just making them move? Like, seeing things move, almost?
Like optical illusions?
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, sort of like, I used to basically induce optical illusions, I guess, on myself. Where I would look at something and I would, like, just stare at it, and in a way, and I'd sort of make myself see it, like bend or like stretch, not bend, but like stretch, or like I would like trick myself into like imagining, I guess, myself zooming, my eyes zooming in on it, my imagination zooming in to like great detail on something. I used to do all kinds of like little things like that when I was a kid.
I guess sometimes.
But I used to see like things bend and whatnot. And I had a thing happen to me like recently, where I was just sitting in my room. There's like a lamp on my wall that I usually have off, but sometimes like I turn on because it's a much dimmer lamp than the one I have on my desk. And so if I'm like, I want to just have like I want to watch like maybe something a little scary, and I am a wimp, I'll just have like that light on because it's very dim. It doesn't really light the room all that well, in honesty. And I was just like, I feel like I'd just woken up or something like that. Maybe I had like a nap. I was like looking at it and I just saw it like stretching, and I was like, what the? Why am I seeing it stretching and move? I was just seeing it like twisting basically and like stretching, and it was cool. And then I don't know. It just reminded me of like I used to do that all the time as a kid. I used to sort of like induce it. Like I was trying to like induce it. I remember how to do it. It's very difficult and stuff. To actually sort of like make yourself do it, because if you think about it, it makes it hard to focus on it. You gotta think about to actually like try and induce it. It's cool. I love like the way the brain works, where you can like trick it. In a way, you can like make your brain like interpret things. There's all kinds of weird stuff like that. And, you know, like again, there's like what is it? I forgot. Psychosomatic stuff like that. That's what it is. Where like you could just be like, I'm sick, and then your brain's like, you are sick. It's like, I have symptoms of a thing. You do have symptoms of a thing. You can just trick yourself into having stuff. It's like it's interesting.
Actually, related to that, I was watching a video last night it was called "What is the Purpose of Depression?" Something like that. It was something along those lines. But basically, it was like summarizing the points from this book that was about like how like the evolutionary benefits of like why depression like was like why it stayed in the gene pool, and why it is like a thing that you can inherit. And it was talking about like how like it essentially like because it like the symptoms are similar to just like if you're just sick normally. So and like but you also gain like an increased immune system, because you're basically always on like sick mode, because you're always looking for you're always like you're always fighting off like infection, even if there isn't an infection there. Like your body is just constantly prepared, and that's why.
Yeah, and
like,
you also
a depressed
have, like,
person, like a depressed person, just wouldn't, just like has a higher immune system because they constantly feel sick. Essentially, is how it works.
That's interesting. I wish it could have been. I wish your body could do that in a more like effective and useful way.
Cool, in a more effective, good way.
More like beneficial way, like where it's like not just when you're like depressed and probably going to die.
Yeah.
That you survive. It's like when you want to survive, you survive. Would be more helpful. Truth be told. But you know, I didn't design the human, so you know, it's just whatever. It's cool. That is interesting. That is cool. Also, like, another thing is that your body, like, every day you're fighting off several, like, micro diseases, which are little things that you wouldn't even know happen, because, again, they're micro diseases, where they just don't affect you. But that's actually the way that AIDS actually kills, is that AIDS itself does not kill, it just weakens your immune system so that the micro diseases that you fight off, like, tens to hundreds of per day become lethal. Because your body's not able to challenge them, and then you just die from them. Spook. Your body's constantly fighting stuff off all the time. Of course, there are like the macro, or I guess major diseases. I think they probably just call them diseases. They're the ones that are like, you know, the flu and whatnot. Yeah, it's very interesting the way, you know, things work. Yeah. These little micro diseases that happen all the time. There's something on the platform. Him got the Hawkeye!
I did it.
Oh, woohoo! But now that means we probably gotta fight a boss soon. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's not good at all.
Nope. Not at all.
Oh, rats. I hope we don't have to fight a boss. That would be just the pits. You know. Also, I get another thing about, 'cause I mentioned it. Oh, I think this whole episode has been me saying, you know, about something I mentioned earlier. Let me finish a thought. Let me bring it back up. Let me bring something back up that I talked about 40 minutes to an hour ago. Let me just bring that up. Hopefully you still remember. But
if you were even here.
If thou wert even here. And hopefully even you remember.
I mean, I'll remember.
Promise?
Yes.
Okay, well, I was talking about, you know, watching other, you know, like, Let's Players and streamers and whatnot, and sort of just, you know, subconsciously, like, I just need to analyze it and be like, how do they do it? Like, how do they handle things? You know, trying to, you know, subconsciously, you know, basically level up my funny and my ability to be funny. And so, oh, we could use an exit mouse.
I could.
That's
I'll think about it. I'll consider it.
Make a safety save, and then, if we decide we want to consider it, we can consider it.
We can still go without Nex. We don't need him.
That's not what I meant. I meant just in case like the next room has a boss, and then you're just like, I don't want to fucking deal with this. We could just exit mouse instead of having to. Well, we can't exit mouse now because we're in a fight and we didn't make the safety save. You know what I mean? Jelly? But what I was saying about like watching other people and like analyzing them, the people I found funny and find funny, just seeing how they did stuff. I think like the main thing that I feel like we're not at the bottom of the barrel definitely, but like one thing I noticed we don't do is like occasionally we'll just bring stuff up like fun facts, but we never like expand upon it. Like most people like they'll be like, so I learned about this thing that happens. There's brine pools at the bottom of the ocean that lap like actual things, and then they turn it into a joke. We always just like bring it up as just like, here's a fun fact. Like, we never take the second step.
The thing is, the fun fact.
Imagine if you were an underwater sailor on a sailboat on the brine pool. So what wouldn't that be?
See, the weird thing is for us, like the fun fact is, like the entertainment value.
Yeah.
So like that's probably why we just don't think to even do that.
I enjoy a fun
increase his
fact.
defense at all?
I love knowledge. I don't know. Maybe it increases secondary stats.
It literally makes his defense lower.
I don't know. I don't have the answer.
What the fuck is wrong with Next? His armor makes him weaker.
Well, maybe it's not maybe it's the armor. Maybe it's like, what's wrong with the armor? Maybe Next is just freaking cool. Have you thought about that, huh?
No, I never thought about that.
I didn't think so. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm surprised there's just like certain things I will like pick up on and be like, man, I definitely do want to like change that and improve. I don't know.
He can only wear
Definitely improv
prefixed
like,
items. That makes sense.
He can only wear.
God,
oh, that makes sense.
Damn it!
Oh, not again. I mean, Runaway has never worked before.
It never will work because it's fucking worthless.
I don't actually know how Runaway works in this game.
I don't know how it works in any game that isn't Pokemon, and even in Pokemon, it's fucking baffling.
But do you want to give it a try?
No,
I think it might be worth it.
Murder these men.
I don't want to fight them. They take forever, and we don't have Next.
It's fine. He wasn't doing much anyway.
He wasn't doing much, but I don't know.
Look how much damage we just did to this man. Look how instantaneously fucking annihilated him.
That's the big royal guard that I'm worried about.
He's not. He's nothing. He's fucking. He's not. He's not even.
He does a lot of damage.
It's not even a thought in my mind.
You're not a thought in my mind.
Runaway changes improve with every turn. Well, that's annoying. It means I just have to fight them and still take damage.
That's actually very good knowledge. Because I guess that's probably why.
Now that we know.
That's probably why it never worked before. Because you're like, oh no, this is scary. Let's get out of here. Probably like on the first turn. I guess the chances are the worst.
Yeah.
Actually, that's interesting. I mean, I'm sure they did explain it to us, and we just like did not notice whatsoever. I never stood a chance of noticing anything. But it probably, I don't know. It might also just be one of those things that I feel like this game is also kind of cryptic and just does not tell a lot of things. Yeah. It just keeps a lot of secrets.
Yeah.
Or like explains them in a strange way. So that it is ambiguous and hard to know.
There we go.
So I think it is just part of the design document of this game was just
confuse the player.
Just yeah,
make sure they don't know what's going on at any time.
Mm-hmm. Don't make it easy on them. Just make their heads hurt. And you're good.
Like this especially, this is the worst part, is fucking healing and life up. I hate it so much.
It is very confusing.
It costed me so much.
It has definitely killed several party members.
It has killed many party members.
Oh.
See, yeah. I knew he was moving, but like he was.
Maybe you should walk against the wall so that you walk into his side instead of having him run into your view. Maybe you might be able to actually get like the green. What is it? Well, you might be able to initiate the combat. I guess. I don't know I can't remember the actual good phrasing for that. The proper whatever.
Oh, it's meant to have a full player's guide included in the box. Oh, that's great that I don't have a box and that I have a digital copy of this game on the Wii U.
That is something interesting that I just did never think about. It probably was supposed to have
that. A lot of people forget that games used to have manuals that, just told you how to play the game.
Well, like a player's guide is... I think the game did actually come with a player's guide, not just a manual. Like the full, the big Malunka. Like the Prima strategy guide just came with the game. The game was probably a little extra expensive, a little more expensive because it did. But I'm pretty sure that's actually true. I feel like I've heard that somewhere at least.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like you were supposed to have
some of these games are.
So, yeah, you were supposed to have that if you were playing this game, which is fair. Oh, it even adds humor.
Oh, severely lacking in that.
See how funnies? I love funnies. That's criminal. It's gonna work? No, it's not gonna work. Well,
no.
You got it was a good plan. It was a good plan. Even if it doesn't work.
It could have worked.
It should have worked, I'll be honest. That should have hit him in the side. That should have been an advantage on your part. You know what? Ah, that's what we love to see, I think.
There we go.
Did he do that or did you do that? That's what you love to see.
That's what we love to see.
That's what we love to see. Oh, you love to see that. Sam leveling up. Ooh, get those extra guts.
So much guts.
Get that extra HP. I don't get why some of them don't come off the wall.
Wait, it's because I was... Yeah.
I don't understand why some don't come off the wall.
Yeah, that's what I was confused about. Like, sometimes they just don't come off the wall.
It is odd. I think usually it's in pairs, and maybe one will just stay on. One will come off, but it'll still, like, track and follow you. Maybe if you, like, stay around long enough, it will come off the wall. I have no idea. I mean, maybe we could find, like, a PDF of the player's guide, but it would also just be so difficult to actually, like, to even use that as well and try and keep up with stuff. I don't know. That does actually change a lot. I
just don't like using guides normally.
It's one of those things. Yeah, I've never actually had any Prima guides in my life. Pretty funny. Ooh.
Whoa!
That is cool.
We're outside.
Wow.
Ah!
Oh no! Okay, no, it's fine.
Oh!
Is this the master? Oh, it's him! But not him. It's this guy.
It's next. Or the guy.
The stars foretold that I would meet you here. So now it is time to show you the way of the Star Storm. For a while, you must live far away from your friends and live with me. Do you understand? There's only one answer. I must stop you here, even if you don't want to. Stay with me for a while. Do you understand? Oh, come on. It is important that I study and learn the Star Storm. I know, we did just get him, and he's gone already. That's heartbreaking. It depends on next efforts that will determine the reuniting of the group. But be faithful, and wait until the time comes. The tip keeps... I don't know why, I messed up on that.
We just got him!
Yeah, we just... can you open the map? Where are we?
Oh!
We're now down... Okay, we're down here. Oh, what does this accomplish? Oh, no. Now we don't have a town or anything, though. We're just stranded over here.
Stranded in the middle of the desert. God?
Oh, no! I don't want to... The thing I want... Can we just make a safety save, please? So in case we die.
Yeah, let's
and then have to... It's going to be a nightmare to actually get back here.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be so horrible to try and get back. You hate to see that. You hate to see that.
Yeah, guide after the game is done. That would probably make sense. Just to know what all the shit I did wrong.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty.
Oh, I have moves. Fucking annihilate him.
Alright. We could just have like a book club and we just all read the player's guide. That'd be fun. Oh boy. Yeah.
East and go northwest.
East and northwest?
The Dungeon Man. Oh, the Dungeon Man. That's the guy I was talking about.
With the Dungeon Man key. The Dungeon Man is the dungeon.
Oh.
We need the key to the Dungeon Man.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. You're going northeast. Wait. NPC to the east.
Wait, east and northwest?
Oh, is that the guy?
Oh, is that the guy? Oh, yeah, there's a guy right there.
Yeah. We're getting too caught up on the details. We're ignoring what's right in front of us.
Southeast.
Southeast?
There's so many directions.
That's impossible. That's impossible. I won't believe such trial. Southeast. No chance.
Let's go. Kraken soup.
Kraken soup? Ooh. Oh, people. Since I'm dealing with some pretty rough stuff, I can't run my business in town. I've got a wide selection.
French fry pan. Crusher beam.
Ooh.
Multi-bottle rocket.
That's a lot of rockets.
I don't have any money. Fuck.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, this would have been
that's a shame.
Nice things to have.
Yeah, it would be very nice. Maybe it's that man there then. I'm not sure if it was the dungeon man, but there is a strange-looking tower to the northwest. The key I picked up a little while ago shall maybe open the tower. You might have it. I do not need it.
Nice.
All right, let's go. Sam got the... Why'd Sam get it? I guess their inventories are full, that's right.
Yeah.
I was like, is there something special about Sam? Why'd he give it to Sam?
Their inventories are very full.
I forgot. That's just the thing that...
Ah!
What's a bottle rockets and best rockets?
Well, yeah, I would assume they hit multiple targets, which is good. Because there's a lot of fights with multiple targets and not a lot of moves that can hit multiple targets.
Or multiple bottle rockets just hit one person. Just does a lot of damage to one.
That could also be it.
That's my guess. Ooh, present! Royal iced tea, but we don't have room.
Yay.
Oh, because frickin' our buddy's gone. So we have less room again.
Yep.
Oh. That's a heartbreak. I miss Next already. Just because at the very least he was a mule. He could carry stuff. With more inventory space. It was nice. Multi-bottle rocket has a multiplier over big bottle rocket. Okay, it just does more damage. That's fair. What you doing? What you think about?
Just looking what we should get rid of.
Probably. I think one person had like a picnic lunch, which is probably not worth much. A picnic lunch.
Sure. Yes.
All right, royal iced tea. Here we come. Oh, get out of here, quick.
Where is it?
Next.
There it is.
Yeah. But you can one-shot some boxes with a multi-bottle rocket. That's cool.
Ooh.
Long ago, only aristocrats in the King's Court were allowed to drink this tea.
Probably use it, actually. Yeah, think about it.
Alright.
Clear some space. Well,
like Sam and her tea drank it. And Sam doesn't even have any. He doesn't have anything. There's no purpose. He doesn't have any mana. Fruit juice?
Wait,
What's up about fruit juice?
It restores HP. And... What about fruit juice?
Fruit juice.
What is the fruit juice good? I don't think I actually checked what the fruit juice does. What's fruit juice?
We have a can of fruit juice, at the very least.
Can of fruit juice.
Yeah, next person.
Can.
Bottom right list.
Can of fruit juice.
What we got? If you drink this, you recover about 6 HP. Well, that's what.
Wow.
Probably should have got rid of that. Well, let's get rid of it now.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, picnic lunch probably wasn't worth too much anyways. Yeah. We don't like to put things away, because we're scared we're gonna miss them, but also we don't like to use things, because we're scared we're gonna miss it. So, we just, inventory just crams
the worst game for a type of player like me, who will not use consumables and hoard all of them.
Yeah, I don't like to use consumables either. I'm in the same camp, so... We basically, our inventory just like fills up really bad, real fast.
There's also just like some key items that we've like used and are not sure if they're gonna come up again.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know if do we still need the pencil eraser? I don't know. Just hang on to it.
We've encountered other pencils to erase. Like, you don't know when it could come up again.
Oh yeah, Dark Souls. Like I'm definitely this.
Oh yeah, the Dark Souls method of just pick up literally everything you see, whether it's useful or not.
And then for us, and then don't use it.
And then don't use any of it. God, is this just a dead end? Is there...
when I was playing Dark Souls.
So I thought there was a thing.
I've no idea. When I was playing Dark Souls 3 again, I learned there was a feature that I didn't know about. If you click in like one of the thumbsticks, it no longer autofills some items into your inventory. And I was so pleased to learn that. Because normally it'd be like, oh, you get the branches and you have this stuff and you just can't put it away or it'll just put it back in your thing. And the same with arrows, they'll always be in your thing if not equipped. I learned you could turn that off. I was ecstatic. I was like, finally, I could put all these things away and never have to think about them. They could just be in the bonfire forever. Oh, this is beautiful. I can't believe I played through this game like 3 times and didn't know about that.
It's only used one more time? I think we used it then, so we can get rid of it. Because, remember in winter?
Winters.
In winters, yeah. We used it there, and I guess that was optional then, technically.
I have no idea.
So if that's the only other place that it shows up, then we should just put it away.
I guess we're fine then.
Yeah.
All right. Again, we haven't put stuff away in a while, so
yeah, we
probably are
to that.
well overdue for that.
Oh dear God.
Someone has a stroke.
Someone has a stroke. Oh no.
Someone had a stroke. Have him hold up his hands and see if they're straight or not. See if they're at a 45-degree angle. Oh, he's big. I love him. Woohoo! Oh, he's great. He's locked though.
Good thing I have a key.
It's the Dungeon Man. Man, I don't know. How did we end? What? We're in him now.
Wait,
okay, cool. We're in the Dungeon Man.
It's just straight up a dungeon.
It's the dungeon. Well, yes, this was established. He became the dungeon.
This is huge. I need to enter my fucking inventory.
It's the Dungeon Man.
You can look at our inventory.
Absolutely.
Too much stuff. What does Kraken soup do again? What's that?
We never know. Soup made from the fin of the sea monster known as the Kraken. Beast lives in the oceans off the shore of summers. It's very expensive.
Doesn't do anything.
I think.
Just skips all signs. Of course. Why would I read the signs?
I was also annoyed, but then since you immediately left the place, you immediately were going to leave the place, I was like, okay, it's fine. It's all like, we'll get the full experience when we come back in here and read the signs. It'll be good. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. That'll be fine. You could probably go on to the next person.
Eraser we can get rid of.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
What's the Hawkeye do?
Hawkeye is a key item. We just got it from the thing.
That's the answer to the question I wanted. No, it's not. What's the Hawkeye do?
I don't know. What does it do? Hawkeye, what a miracle I could see in the dark.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it's useful, I guess.
It's one-time use. Interesting.
I guess it's the one-time use key item where it's, you know.
Franklin badge. Laser gun we couldn't sell for some reason, so we need to, like...
anything, I guess, I think anything made by Sam, it's like you can't get rid of it. The game's just like, we don't want you to make a mistake by accident.
Laser gun is trash, alright. Drop.
Why did you think that would work?
I thought it would work!
You can't sell it, why can you drop it? No, you just put it as Cargo Express. Do we still need the bad key machine?
Oh, the bomb should go away.
Do we still need the bad key machine?
Yeah, that's also a good question. We've just sort of kept it around for no reason.
I feel like we probably shouldn't. We probably do not need it and have not needed it since it's one first use when he was actually in the frickin' like boys' school.
Bad key machine is trash. Alright. And the insect spray is bad. Why do we even still have that? We've never fucking used it once.
I feel like we probably just picked one up.
Oh, we probably have.
Yeah. Like I think we did put some of it away,
Do we
and then we
have a
probably just got
handbag
another.
bag strap? Oh, we do. Oh, right, because we sold all the ones before we got her back. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a part of me that would rather just put it in the S-Cargo Express and take
I'm
10 years to do it, then sell it.
No, I'm selling that. It's useless.
I don't deal with loss well. I can't just, I'm like, what if...
Wait, what the? What is this?
Hungry HP sucker. Items for sale. I don't know.
From all enemies?
The more HP the enemies have, the more you get. Can be used many times as well.
Should I just get...
I don't remember.
Should I put away the regular one then?
HP sucker.
Because like it doesn't use PP or anything.
I mean, might as well, yeah.
HP suck is trash? What do you mean? It saved me so many times.
Well, now we have a hungry HP suck.
Well, I guess.
So it's probably... it's been outclassed, I think. Fair enough. We just have a gold bracelet that no one's using.
Gold bracelet because we don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
Let's actually like go somewhere where we can.
Oh no!
Let's actually go somewhere where we can enact all this stuff. Cantrip PSI is trash. I don't even remember what it does, honestly.
I don't know.
Finally, we can use PK Fire. Oh my god.
Wow, why couldn't we use it before?
Because all the enemies are on different planes of existence, and it was annoying.
Oh, cool.
Every single one of them.
Now I remember. I forgot that
That's a fast fight. Nice.
That was nice. That went well.
That was nice. It actually didn't take a million years.
Thank goodness. Maybe they'll tone it down a little bit because we don't have next.
Maybe.
Maybe they'll go easy on us a little bit for the next little stretch. I hope. I hope, but probably not.
Yeah. Where should we go to sell?
Wait,
stuff?
but like, if we go somewhere. Well, that happened. We don't have the easy teleport anymore.
No, we don't. There we go.
Nice.
Don't.
Now we have to get back there.
Oh, do we have to go back through the thing? Probably.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
that's why I was like, oh.
At least we'll have inventory space.
Yeah, inventory will be an issue, I guess so. It does. Something does have to be done.
Something has to be done.
Things cannot stay as they are.
Considering how many presents were in there, like this is just gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe those were enemies as well, so...
There's an inn in the dungeon? God damn it. There's no shop in the dungeon. That's not gonna be there.
I had no idea. Could have fooled me, I had no clue. Oh, well.
Inn and a phone. But there's no shop, and that's the key difference.
That is a difference, that is fair. That is true. We wouldn't be able to sell things or put them away in the S-Cargo Express.
Wait, is the cracked soup, does it do anything? I think it just said that it was expensive.
Expensive, so I guess maybe selling it's a good idea.
I'll wait for chat to catch up before I make any rash decisions.
Sell the handbag strap.
Yes. Oh, I need the spray also.
Handbag strap.
Right, I always forget that it goes back to the first page every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. We'll put some things in.
Second row to the right.
There it is.
Yeah. They can only do it like 3 items at a time, though, which is the reason we are selling things.
Yeah. Also for the extra money, which is nice.
A gold bracelet and sell.
Gold bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Sell the bomb too, because we never use those.
Yeah, fair enough.
And they're not that good.
Not anymore, at least. Okay, cool.
Anything else we want to sell?
I don't think so.
Receiver foam, pencil eraser, Hawkeye, Kraken suit. Oh, the Kraken suit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Still waiting on response for that.
Chat, should we sell Kraken soup? Honestly, I just put the key to the tower in the freaking storage. If anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put like key items and stuff in storage if we don't need them.
Literal key item. Oh yeah, I think we're just putting stuff in the Escargot Express at this point.
Yeah. Because we just have a lot of key items that we don't need.
Yeah.
It's me.
Did they ever get like an upgrade where they can take more things?
That would be nice. I would assume not, though.
Probably not, but I'd hope. And now we wait. There it is.
Every single space should be a multiple bottle rocket. It's good to know.
Well, fair enough. His inventory is good. Okay, oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. Going.
That's all good.
Laser gun.
Laser gun.
Bad key machine.
Bad key machine. And the heavy bazooka.
What? We're gonna put away the heavy bazooka?
No, they're just saying that he should also have the heavy bazooka.
Gotcha. I was like, I don't remember him having a heavy bazooka. If he has a heavy bazooka, that's news to me. I didn't see it 3 seconds ago.
I don't know, what does he have? He has hyper beam.
Oh, something.
Did you fix a broken bazooka? I don't know. What does he have that he hasn't fixed?
I thought he had 2 things, but now I'm not so sure. I thought he had 2
things also. Did we pick something up?
He now has the hungry HP sucker, which is a thing. So maybe one of those was that.
That's probably what he fixed.
But there was 2 things. There were 2 things. I'm sure of that for a fact. I don't know.
Get into the sewer?
I do not remember.
I don't think we've been to the sewer.
Don't think so, but honestly, I could be wrong. Where's the sewer to even get into? Is the manhole cover open or anything? I mean, not time to check because we're waiting for the escargot guy. There he is.
Three things. What else do you want?
That looks fine. HP sucker.
HP sucker.
Counter psi and slime generator.
Yeah.
There's all 3 of his top things to go. I don't know. In fairness, even if it is mostly just trash in the tower, we still want it. It's still like, I don't want to just leave it. Doesn't feel right.
It's just pure OCD and nothing else.
Tower key we could potentially put away, but that's if you want to. I think we could just leave it from here, actually.
Why would I get rid of the town map?
Town map, but we like the town map, honestly.
I use it so much.
I think we use it enough to justify it. If there are optional areas in this game, well, most likely we've missed all of them. Let that just be clear and away.
If there's an optional area, assume we have missed it.
Assume we have no idea what you're talking about. It is news to us.
So key to the tower we should also put away.
I'm like, it's just one item, so I'm like...
What does the neutralizer do again?
I don't know. So yeah, if anyone puts a shield or something, I guess, or buffs themselves, or weakens one of your teammates.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Should we call him one more time then? And get rid of that one thing? The inventory space is precious.
Yes.
Why not?
I guess. Fair enough. Whilst we're here, might as well just finish that.
That was... Oh, no, that was the right one.
Come on.
There he is.
Yeah. Glad his fee doesn't really get that bad. It's just 18 bucks.
Yeah.
I'm glad. It's not like the inns are like 600. Yeah, it looks good to
No, that looks good to me.
I think that looks fine. Okay, cool, let's go.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, we have a nice clean inventory, thank goodness.
Neutralizer and
It's been a
shield
long
killer
time
are done.
coming.
God damn it! No!
Ah ha ha!
Did they both do the same thing?
No, leave it, it's fine. Okay, shield killer just kills shield. Neutralizer kills everything.
Alright, well...
But neutralizer affects everyone, not just the opponent.
Yeah.
We never use shields, so just leave it. Just leave it, honestly. It's fine. Whatever, I don't care. Let's just go back.
Actually, I should pull some money out of the ATM so we can buy the things.
What? Oh, you're right. Oh, that's thinking with the noodle.
Thinking.
But actually, that said, getting over there is going to be more difficult because we now are down a member.
I mean, we got there without a member.
I mean, he took some damage and took some hits for other people, even if he didn't do damage. He still was a sponge.
He was dead like half the dungeon.
I don't care. You heard me. You heard what I said. It's gonna be more difficult to actually do it. This is scary. I'm scared.
Fucking you prick!
Oh, you freaking hit the dude. Oh, he's gonna hit you with a car. Oh no.
Oh, I bet he will. If he can catch me. No, maybe we should buy a teddy bear or two before we go back this way.
That's an idea. That is a thought. That is worth thinking. In fairness, we all probably should start wrapping it up because we hit our 3-hour mark. Yeah, so we should probably start heading for a break and transitioning. Well then. I don't know what it did. I think it said made the PSI fire disappear.
I don't know.
I have no idea either. I really have very poor of an understanding of how things work, since I'm horribly distracted at all times. Most of the battle mechanics make no sense to me, because I just have not paid any attention.
There we go.
All right. At least it's good XP. Too bad. Too bad Next is getting none of it.
Yep.
Is there not an inn here? Or a phone? I should say. It's not an inn, you save that. You save phones.
No, I need to go back to Summers to buy the thing.
Oh, the teddy bear.
Teddy bear.
Okay, gotcha. You did cut it close last time. In
fairness. Life? What was that? I don't remember that item.
I don't know. I don't remember anything about it either. It sounds vaguely familiar, but at the same time, I feel like I might just be imagining that it sounds familiar.
God, I hate these stupid cars. I hate them so much. I just want to walk through the town.
I just hate that most enemies are faster than you. So there's nothing you can do to get away from them.
All enemies are faster than me. There's literally nothing I can do. There's no way to actually avoid them because they are faster than me and always make a beeline for me as soon as they possibly can.
I mean, unless you have like the speedy sandwich, you could be like fast for like I think 6 seconds. Long. Yeah, about 6 seconds I think a piece. Really don't do much. Let's get some teddy bears. Let's go.
Teddy bears.
Good boy. Teddy bears.
Super plush bear. Or.
Should everyone just get a teddy bear?
I mean, they're kind of expensive.
Okay,
I'll get 2.
Who are the 2 you want to protect the most?
Sam and Herb.
They're the big weaklings?
They're the big weaklings, because I'm the big boy. Or him is the big boy, rather.
Big tough him.
I need more money, because that's not going to be enough for any of the bottle rockets.
I think we can say that for next time, though.
Yeah.
Let's go. It's your dad. I deposited $25,000 in your bank account, taking away what you spent. You should now have blah 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 blah.
Yep.
It's pretty sweet. It's a good dad. I wish my dad put $25,000 in my bank account. That'd be cool.
Well, this has been a good time.
Yeah.
Good times are had by all.
Yeah, this is good. We're going to stop playing Earthbound for now. We're going to have a little break, and then we're going to come back with some Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2.
The second one.
We're going to play some Struth or Dare, as they say.
Well, we will...
I love Struth buns.
Thank you for watching. We will be back with Earthbound next week.
Thank you for being here.
Same time,
you always
same
make
place.
a great stream.